Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook, Global Power. No lower limit spells for awakening at the beginning. Chapter 61. No, it seems that the spell reversal he has prerequisites. Can I really use it to unlock it with light like this? Just when Chu Fang was about to release the technique reversal he suddenly remembered that the reversal technique seemed to be a prerequisite for the technique reversal he. Gojo Satoru in the Yu chapter is an example. At that time, Gojo Satoru released the technique reversal he with full confidence, but the result was not surprising at all. But this is not a world where spells are returned. This is Blue Star. I didn't learn the spell reversal, but it was unlocked by the system. Besides, I have to do what Gojo Satoru can't do. Not enough. Chu Fang thought with treachery. After all, these points are actually spent. It would be a tragedy if you unlocked it and couldn't use it. In short, theory is theory and reality is practice. Whether it can be used or not, you have to try it yourself. Spell reversal H. Chu Fang no longer hesitated and stretched out two fingers again, like a pistol, and pointed them at the combat effectiveness test machine in front of him. Soon, a rapidly rotating red light spot appeared at Chu Fang's fingertips. The red light began to spread until it illuminated the entire room. Could it be that? I guessed it right. I can use it to surpass Gojo Satoru. Chu Fang said in disbelief. But just when the dazzling red light caused by reversal he filled the entire room, the light suddenly disappeared, as if nothing had happened. Oh, no, I made a mistake. Chu Fang shouted desperately. Technique reversal H is a new technique formed by injecting positive energy into the unlimited technique. The specific manifestation is the repulsive force centered on he. Theoretically, the highest power can reach positive infinity, which is equivalent to a supernova explosion. The failure of the reversal technique just now was precisely because there was a problem with the positive energy injected into the unlimited technique. This was the result of the failure to master the reversal technique. The so-called reversal technique is a high-end operation of mantra power. The power of the spell is negative energy. Even if it can strengthen the body, it cannot regenerate it. Therefore, multiply the negative energy to get a positive, thus producing positive energy, which is the reversal of the spell. Now that the problem is known, it is natural to solve it, so Chu Fang asked the system. System, how to unlock the reversal technique. Information, the reversal spell needs to be understood by the host on its own, or it can be unlocked forcibly by spending 5,000 points. The system prompt sounds. 5,000, why don't you go and grab it? Chu Fang roared loudly. The reversal technique sounds simple, but in reality it is frighteningly difficult to perform. Not many people know this reversal technique in the entire spell reverse battle. Even Gojo Satoru, who is known as a genius, only successfully understood it when he was about to die. It may be a bit difficult to comprehend the reversal technique on your own. Is it possible to let yourself be on the verge of death? System, can you give me a refund? I'll return the spell reversal he to you, and you'll return 3,000 points to me. A few seconds later, Chu Fang asked coldly. Forget it, I won't retreat. Chu Fang gave up before the system could reply. This 5,000 points is very scary at first glance, but if you unlock the reversal technique, it is actually not expensive. After all, the reversal spell is not only a prerequisite for the reversal spell, but its healing ability is also frighteningly powerful. Even a broken arm can be reborn, and even if it is near death, it can be resurrected immediately. If the reversal spell was converted into Blue Star's power, it would probably be comparable to the legendary SSS level healing power. What's more, the positive energy of the reversal technique can also be injected into the unlimited technique in one's own body, thus forming the extremely powerful reversal technique. Taken together, the reversal technique is a technique that one must learn, and its priority is higher than improving the level. If I have the reversal technique, I will bid farewell to the hospital and my teammates in the treatment department, and immediately become the strongest daddy. These 5,000 points are not a big deal. I am much stronger than when I took the martial arts college entrance examination. I can save enough by going to the wilderness area in a day or two. Also, you don't have to spend points. If you are lucky, it is not impossible to suddenly realize it while fighting a fierce beast. Having said that, Chu Fang looked at the third level, combat power testing machine, in front of him again. No matter what, it was here. Let's test the other moves. Soon, Chu Fan tested his moves all over, starting from ordinary magic punches to various skills including the spell sequential Kang. Ordinary magic fists have basically no improvement, and they only have a normal second level intermediate damage level. Chu Fan is a second level low-level superpower user, and his ordinary magic fist only surpasses a small level. The damage of the spell Shun Zhuan Kang has also been improved, and the damage level is between the lower level of the third level and the intermediate level of the third level. Since Jing Ting Quan is an upgraded version, it incorporates the power of Kang, so it is more powerful than the ordinary technique Shun Zhuan Kang, and it already has a third level intermediate level of damage. On the surface, the 10-stroke curse is not as powerful as Shun Zhuan Kang, but if it hits a critical hit successfully, it will cause forced damage. Chu Fan's strongest skill at the moment is the most powerful spell, Shuntian Kang, which can almost have the damage level of a third level upper level. Of course, there's also the off-topic Black Flash. With my current strength, even if I don't use Black Flash, I can still be the first among the freshmen. Chu Fan put away his fist and looked at the combat effectiveness test machine, with cracks in the bullseye, and sighed. To be honest, Chu Fan was still dissatisfied with his own strength. Being ranked first among the freshmen simply did not make him feel at ease. What he is after is not such a cheap number one. Being number one among the freshmen is just the first step. The next step is to be number one in the Magic City University. The next step is to surpass the tutor, surpass the department head, surpass the principal. Until you become the strongest in the world. For this, gaining points is a priority. Target, 5,000 points. A fire of desire flashed in Chu Fan's eyes. If you want to become the strongest, reversing the technique must be indispensable. Since his most powerful spell, Kang Nang, has the output level of a third level superior, then the spell, reversal, he will definitely take a step forward and maybe touch the threshold of the fourth level. There are no classes this afternoon or tomorrow, and the courses are not compulsory. You just need to earn enough credits within one semester. I'm going out right away. Just today, I'm going to the wilderness area to hunt ferocious beasts, and I'll take on a mission by the way. Chu Fan made a decision immediately. Doing the mission is just a side trip. To be honest, the rewards for the second level mission are some mosquito legs, which is better than nothing. Chu Fan's real goal is to hunt ferocious beasts, and this is the fastest way to gain points. Opening the Magic City Academy app and selecting the category of ferocious beast materials, Chu Fan chose the 3 tasks with the highest rewards to accept. As for why there are 3 tasks, it's because you can only accept up to 3 tasks at the same time. Second level mission 1, collect 50 ears of the second level advanced ferocious beast quadrubra. Reward, 150 spirit stones. Second level mission 2, collect 30 unicorns from the second level superior ferocious beast unicorn demon wolf. Reward, 150 spirit stones. Second level mission 3, collect 50 fangs of the second level intermediate ferocious beast rotting junkrat. Reward, 100 spirit stones. After accepting the mission, Chu Fan walked out of the Extreme Martial Arts Gym. His destination is Tianyang City, a city adjacent to the Magic City. There happens to be a low-level wilderness area there, which is very suitable for him to go to now. People with superpowers are roughly divided into 3 major levels: low-level, intermediate level and high-level. Among them, the first, second and third levels are called low-level superpowers, the fourth, fifth and sixth levels are called mid-level superpowers and the seventh, eighth and ninth levels are called high-level superpowers. Those who are capable. Like the levels of superpowers, the wilderness area is also divided into levels, divided into low-level, intermediate level and high-level. Among them, the low-level wilderness area will only have first, second and third level ferocious beasts, which is very suitable for fledgling students to gain experience. After a little preparation, Chu Fan got on the train to Tianyang City. It only took an hour to reach the high-speed rail station in Tianyang City. Tianyang City is a city where low-level superpowers gather. With its unique low-level wilderness area, it has attracted college students and ferocious beast hunters from surrounding cities. Thanks to this, the economy of the superpowers here has developed quite well, with spiritual weapons, spiritual armor, various types of pharmaceuticals. A large number of weapon stores, armor stores, and drug stores related to supernatural beings opened. Not far from the wilderness area, a low-level supernatural town was built specifically to serve college students and beast hunters. It not only sells various supernatural props, but also recycles various ferocious beast materials, and provides various functions such as food and accommodation. Of course, because we are in the business of low-level superpower users, we only provide first, second, and third-level superpower props here. The next stop is the town of low-level superpowers. Passengers who need to get off the bus, please prepare to get off in advance. The announcement on the train sounded. Ding dong, ding dong. The train door slowly opened, and a large number of young people walked forward with expectant steps. Most of them are students from surrounding cities who come to practice, and there are also some ferocious beast hunters who have entered social work early. It's finally here, I'm here to reverse the technique. Gu Fan followed the crowd and walked off the train, his desire to kill rising in his heart. Although I came a little late today, according to my expectations, even if I don't succeed today, I will definitely be able to save 5,000 points tomorrow. In other words, the reversal technique is within easy reach. Not only Gu Fan is like this, but the atmosphere of the entire high-speed rail station is also like this. A group of young people with dreams are marching towards the wilderness without hesitation. As soon as Gu Fan walked out of the high-speed rail station and strolled through the town of low-level superpowers, a unique and domineering building caught Gu Fan's attention. Vicious Beast Hunting Association. Gu Fan muttered silently. Seeing this name, Gu Fan suddenly remembered that not everyone can enter the wilderness area. To enter, you must have a formal identity. Simply considering the status of college students is not enough, because wilderness areas are high-risk places with extremely high death and injury rates. If you want to enter the wilderness area, there is only one option, and that is to register with the Beast Hunting Association and become a beast hunter. It's not bad to be a ferocious beast hunter. Gu Fan didn't resist. Not to mention that rules were rules. This ferocious beast hunter sounded good, and it was quite appropriate to describe a person like him who feeds on ferocious beasts. Moreover, the Beast Hunting Association is a global organization, and you only need to register once. After officially becoming a ferocious beast hunter, it will be recognized by ferocious beast hunting associations around the world, and it can be said to be universal. After that, Gu Fan walked into the door of the Ferocious Beast Hunting Association. It has to be said that the Beast Hunting Association in this low-level superpower town is very large, and the decoration inside is also very luxurious. The hall on the first floor is very open, the floor is paved with marble, and a gorgeous chandelier made of gemstones hangs in the center of the hall. Hello, I want to register as a ferocious beast hunter, what do I need to do? Gu Fan walked to the front desk and asked the receptionist. Give me your ID card. If you are a student, you need to provide an additional student ID card, and then fill out this agreement. As the receptionist spoke, he placed an agreement on the table at the front desk and delivered it to Gu Fan. Okay. Gu Fan also took out his ID card and student ID card from the space ring and handed these two documents to the receptionist. Magic City Academy. The moment she got Gu Fan's student ID card, the receptionist's expression changed. She looked at Gu Fan with both respect and a hint of envy. The Magic City Academy is one of the 3 top universities in Daxia, and most of the country's high-level superpowers come from the 3 top universities. It is said that the graduation requirements of the 3 top universities are much higher than those of other universities, and those who do not have 4th-level powers will not be allowed to graduate. In other words, as long as the students admitted to the Magic City Academy successfully graduate, they will be at least a 4th-level superpower. The handsome young man in front of me is not an ordinary person. I've filled out the agreement. This agreement was very template-based. Gu Fan took a brief look at it before filling in the information and signing his name. Okay, seeing that Gu Fan had filled out the agreement, the receptionist took it away. Then he took out an instrument that looked like a crystal ball from the side, put it on the table and said, "Next is the ability test environment. Please put your hand on this instrument and release your spiritual power. This instrument will read and identify your level." Quote. Gu Fan didn't speak, and silently put his hand on this instrument that was similar to a crystal ball, releasing spiritual power in his hand. Ding, detection completed, second level subordinate. An announcement came from the instrument. You have the strength of a second level low-level superpower when you were just a freshman. You are also a very good one in the Demon City Academy. The receptionist couldn't help but praise. As the receptionist of the Beast Hunting Association, she has met many students, including students from the Magic City Academy. But it was indeed rare for her to see students like Ji Fan, who was a second-level psychic as a freshman. It's okay, that's it. Ji Fan said casually. This time the receptionist didn't talk to him anymore, but started to fill in the information and apply for Ji Fan's hunter's license. Soon, a few minutes passed. The receptionist successfully applied for Ji Fan's hunter's license and handed it to Ji Fan. Mr. Ji Fan, this is your hunter's license. Please check it. The receptionist said respectfully. Ji Fan calmly accepted his hunter's license, and at the same time shouted excitedly in his heart, "Very good, I have the hunter's license, and I can go to the wilderness area right away." As Ji Fan left, he looked at the information on the hunter's license and suddenly turned around when he saw something. "One-star hunter," Ji Fan said doubtfully. "Let me introduce to you. In our Ferocious Beast Hunting Association, ferocious beast hunters will be comprehensively judged based on their strength and merits, and ferocious beast hunters will be divided into 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 7-star, among which the 7-star hunter is the highest level on the surface." The receptionist was very skilled at her job, and she had seen Ji Fan's doubts many times. If she were an ordinary hunter, she probably wouldn't be so patient, but facing Ji Fan, who came from the Magic City Academy, the receptionist was obviously much more enthusiastic. "I see." Ji Fan nodded. In the Beast Hunting Association, newly registered beast hunters are 1-star hunters. If they want to upgrade, they need to meet certain conditions. Compared to the level of a superpower, the merit of hunting ferocious beasts accounts for a higher proportion. To become a 2-star hunter, in addition to the basic second-level superpowers, you must also hunt a certain number of second-level ferocious beasts. The higher the star level of a hunter, the more rights he enjoys and the greater his influence in all walks of life. A high-star hunter is someone that all forces want to please and win over. However, these have nothing to do with the current Ji Fan. He is now just a small 1-star hunter and does not have any privileges except being able to enter and exit the wilderness area normally. Anyway, as long as you can enter the wilderness area. Ji Fan didn't dwell too much on this. He didn't care much about improving his star level. He just wanted to let nature take its course. If he could get a star, he could do it. If he couldn't, it would be fine. After leaving the Beast Hunting Association, Ji Fan wandered through the low-level supernatural town again. At the end of the town was the low-level wilderness area. The entrance to the low-level wilderness area is like a scenic spot during peak tourist season. At first glance, it is full of people and the queues are huge. We still have to queue up. Looking at the huge crowd in front of him, Ji Fan couldn't help but complain. Half an hour later, phew, we finally came in. Ji Fan sighed. The entrance to the wilderness area is a large wasteland. There is a large forest not far ahead, which is the habitat of ferocious beasts and is also the destination of Ji Fan's trip. Now, this wasteland has gathered a large number of hunters from all over the world. Some are students who come to practice, some are people from society who come to collect materials about ferocious beasts, and some are gold diggers who plan to search for heavenly materials and earthly treasures. Without exception, they are all wearing battle clothes and holding weapons. It can be said that each of them is a fully armed hunter. Of course, except Ji Fan. In this large crowd, Ji Fan is simply an outlier, and he stands out. Not only did he have no weapons, he was also wearing casual clothes, and he was not wearing combat boots but ordinary sneakers. Rather than saying that Ji Fan came to hunt ferocious beasts, it would be better to say that Ji Fan came here to travel. What's going on with this little brother? Why doesn't he have any weapons? Is he here to kill ferocious beasts or is he here for tourism? Haha, this kid looks like a student at first glance. He is also the kind of student who has no plan. He probably came here when his head got hot. That's right, this little brother looks like a novice at first glance. He just ran over wearing sneakers. In the high-intensity battle with the ferocious beast, ordinary sneakers can't bear it at all. They will be scrapped in less than a day. If you want to grow up, when fighting ferocious beasts, you must wear spiritually reinforced boots. Quote. Gu Fan once again became the focus of the crowd. For this reason, the discussion about Gu Fan has never stopped. There are people who are confused, some who are displeased, and some who are ridiculing. There are all kinds of voices. If I had known it, I would have disguised it. Gu Fan had a headache. Being too conspicuous was not a good thing for him. Obviously I just want to hunt ferocious beasts in a low-key manner and save up 5,000 points, why is it so difficult? Also, those who are doubtful can understand it, and those who are willing to accept it can also accept it. What kind of ghost is this mockery? Are you so mean-mouthed? Do you like mocking so much? Just as Gu Fan was complaining, a female voice came. Hey, you are still a student. Your equipment is not good enough. I advise you to go back quickly and come back when you are ready. Gu Fan took a closer look and saw that a standard team of 5 people, 3 men and 2 women, was already standing in front of him. The one who made the sound was a girl in the team. The girl was young, in her early 20s. She was wearing a cyan battle suit and holding a light rapier in her hand. Her name is Song Yaqian, a 2nd-level intermediate power user with C-level wind power. The hunter team she was in was called the Ching Fang group, and just like its name, the 5 members, including Song Yaqian, were all wind power users. It's okay, it's not a big problem. Seeing someone talking to him, Gu Fan was a little surprised and said casually. You. Song Yaqian was stunned for a moment, then frowned and scolded sternly, classmate, hunting ferocious beasts is no joke. If you don't pay attention, you will die. What's the difference between what you are doing now and sending yourself to death? Thanks for reminding me, but I'm really fine. Gu Fan responded. Gu Fan knew that this girl also had good intentions and did not want to see him, a novice, die in vain, so he reminded himself. But he really doesn't need any equipment. With no lower limit spell, the beast can't touch him at all. There is no need for combat boots. Your feet also have unlimited power, and your sneakers will not wear out at all during exercise. Therefore, this girl's good intentions are just causing trouble for herself. Why don't you listen to my advice? Seeing that Gu Fan was not getting enough, Song Yaqian became a little anxious and said in an urgent tone. Sister Yaqian, what do you care about him? If he wants to die, let him die. Is it possible that you have a crush on this little brother? Another girl in the Ching Fang group said with a smile. Xiaoming, don't talk nonsense. Song Yaqian blushed prettily. Although the little brother in front of her is indeed handsome, she is not just looking. She simply didn't want the other person to die, that's all, she definitely didn't like him. Haha, I'm just kidding. Zhu Meng said with a smile. Yaqian, Xiaoming, stop making trouble, we still have tasks to do, and we don't have time to waste here. At this time, Luo Ao, the leader of the Ching Fang regiment, spoke. Okay, Captain. Zhu Meng agreed immediately. New. Song Yaqian glanced at Gu Fan, then at Luo Ao, and had no choice but to agree. Little brother, I am Luo Ao, the leader of the Ching Fang regiment. We still have tasks to do, so we will leave first. Finally, let me mention it. Yaqian is right, ferocious beasts are no joke. It's best to be fully prepared before fighting. Goodbye, little brother. Before leaving, Ru waved and said. They are a group of kind people. Watching the 5 people from Ching Fang group gradually disappearing, Gu Fan felt filled with emotion. Good people are rare these days. In this huge wilderness area, there are tens of thousands of people of all kinds. They are either eating melons or laughing at themselves. The only one who can give a warning is probably Song Yaqian. However, people like Song Yaqian must have a difficult life and suffer a lot. It is always difficult for gentle and correct people to survive because the world is neither gentle nor correct. Magic City, KTV luxury box in the city center. Su Chaolong leaned lazily on the sofa, hugging a little girl on the left and right with one arm, singing a tuneless pop song. It sounds good. Young Master Su sings so beautifully. Listening to the little girl's compliments, Su Chaolong couldn't help but raise the corners of his mouth, and sang even more like ghosts and wolves. Bang! At this moment, The door to the luxury box was pushed open hard, and Song Jiang ran in with excitement on his face. Master Su, there is good news, Song Jiang said excitedly. Because Song Jiang opened the door quickly and hard, which directly interrupted Su Chaolong's interest in singing, he frowned and said coldly, I'd better be satisfied with your good news. Young Master Su, don't be angry. My news will definitely satisfy you. Just listen to me first. Song Chong kept chattering. Stop talking nonsense and get to the point. Su Chaolong said sharply. Okay, I'll tell you right now. Young Master Su, according to the latest news I know, Ji Yufan is not at the Magic City Academy today. He has boarded the train to Tianyang City. Song Jiang told him everything he knew. What? Ji Yufan went to Tianyang City? Su Chaolong was shocked and said. After hearing the word, Ji Yufan, how could Su Chaolong still have the thought of singing and enjoying himself? Su Chaolong waved his hand and said, okay, you two, go out. These two little girls were also very sensible. After hearing what Su Chaolong said, they wisely left the KTV's luxury box. Soon, only Su Chaolong and Song Jiang were left in the KTV's luxury box. Song Jiang, please continue. Su Chaolong ordered. Okay, Mr. Su, let me continue. Ji Yufan is currently in the low-level superpower town in Tianyang City. At the same time, Ji Yufan has also accepted 3 tasks to collect ferocious beast materials on the school's task system. It can be seen that Ji Yufan's goal is here. Low-level wilderness area. Song Jiang said quickly. A town for low-level superpowers. Low-level wilderness area. Ha, Ji Yufan is so brave. He dared to go for a walk outside the school just after he offended me, young Master Su. Do you really think I can't cure him? Su Chaolong smiled coldly and said. Young Master Su, do you want to send someone to treat Ji Yufan? Ji Yufan may be number 1 in school, but in society, he is just a younger brother. Seeing that Su Chaolong had dark thoughts in his heart, Song Chong quickly set aside the fire. Song Jiang, like Su Chaolong, had long been unhappy with Ji Yufan. He would not be able to swallow his anger if he did not treat Ji Yufan. Arrangements must be made, but my family cannot know about this. My dad is just timid and afraid of getting into trouble. Even though his family is powerful, he still always goes out of his way to tell me that he wants me to keep a low profile and not cause trouble. That's ridiculous. Su Chaolong's expression became unhappy. He was very dissatisfied with his father's approach. In his opinion, if you have strength, you should be high profile, and everyone should bow to him. If things don't work well at home, what should we do? How should we deal with Ji Yufan? We can't just let Ji Yufan be happy. Su Chaolong fell into thinking. Song Jiang, have you ever? Just when Su Chaolong asked about his younger brother, a figure suddenly appeared in his mind, a name he had not contacted for a long time. That's right, Brother Joe. Su Chaolong was overjoyed. He quickly opened his phone and looked through his address book. In the second half of the address book, he saw the name, Brother Joe, noted. Brother Joe, named Zhou Zhengming, is the leader of the Blood Wolf Group, a famous mercenary team in Tianyang City. Zhou Zhengming is a 4th-level superpower user. The Blood Wolf Group he founded has a 3rd-level entry threshold, and all members are 3rd-level superpowers and above. If it was Brother Joe, there must be a way to teach Ji Yufan a lesson. However, there is no need to kill Ji Yufan, just cripple his arms and legs and teach him a lesson. After all, he, Mr. Su, is not a devil. Hey, is this Mr. Su? The sun rises from the west today. Why did I suddenly call your Brother Joe? A male voice came from the phone. That's it, Brother Joe, I called you today to ask you for a favor. Su Chaolong said. If you have anything to say, I won't hesitate to help you if I can. Zhou Zhengming's bold voice came from the phone. It's like this, there is a student named Ji Yufan who is determined to go against me. He is now in the low-level wilderness area of the low-level superpower town in Tianyang City. Brother Joe, your Blood Wolf group is in Tianyang City. I would like to ask you to help teach Ji Yufan a lesson. You don't have to kill him, just break a leg or an arm. Su Chaolong said angrily. Student, is it a student from your school? If it is a student from the Magic City Academy, my brother Joe would not dare to move. Zhou Zhengming's cautious words came from the phone. Brother Joe, don't worry, Ji Yu Fan is just an ordinary student. He came from the county town of Zhongbei province and has no background. As long as you don't kill Ji Yu Fan, but just teach him a lesson, the Magic City Academy will not interfere. Su Chaolong said. Oh, so that's it, there's no problem. I can help with this, but... Zhou Zhengming's hint came from the phone. Brother Zhou, don't worry, I won't let you work in vain. As long as things can be accomplished, money is not a problem. Su Chaolong said proudly. Haha, Master Su is straightforward. Zhou Zhengming's laughter came from the phone. After laughing, Zhou Zhengming changed the subject and said, however, the low-level wilderness area in the low-level superpower town will have level restrictions, and superpowers above level 3 are not allowed to enter. What is the strength of Ji Yu Fan you mentioned? Brother Zhou, Ji Yu Fan's strength is a bit weird. Although he is only a second-level lower superpower, he has the strength of a third-level intermediate. Su Chaolong reminded. Third-level intermediate. Zhou Zhengming thought for a moment on the phone, and then said, how about this, I will arrange for the elite members of our Blood Wolf group to take action. Chu Guangchin, a third-level upper superpower, Master Su, is this okay? Can't we send a fourth-level superpower? Ji Yu Fan is a bit weird and difficult to deal with. Su Chaolong said cautiously. Master Su, I just said that the low-level wilderness area in the low-level superpower town will have level restrictions, and fourth-level superpowers cannot be sent. Zhou Zhengming's explanation came from the phone. Why is this happening? Su Chaolong said angrily. Young Master Su, you can rest assured. This subordinate of mine not only has an A-level thunder ability, but has also stayed at the third-level upper level for many years, and has more than 20 years of combat experience. His combat power can be called the peak of the third level. Unless he is a fourth-level strongman, an ordinary third-level upper-level psychic will not be his opponent. It is more than enough to deal with Ji Yu Fan, who has the combat power of the third-level intermediate. Just wait for my good news. Zhou Zhengming's confident voice came from the phone. Click. The call was disconnected. Brother Zhou's words made Su Chaolong completely relieved. A third-level upper-level psychic, A-level thunder, stayed at the third-level upper level for many years, and has more than 20 years of combat experience. The thunder system is famous for its violent output. In the battle of the same level, the destructive power of the thunder system is far ahead of other abilities. Besides, this subordinate of Brother Zhou has been in the third-level upper level for many years and has more than 20 years of combat experience. His actual combat experience is far beyond what Ji Yu Fan, a student, can compare with. It can be said that in front of this subordinate of Brother Zhou, Ji Yu Fan has no chance to resist. Ji Yu Fan, you are in trouble now. You have lost an arm and a leg, and you have to go against me, right? This is the end of going against me, Master Su. Ha 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 ha. Su Chaolong laughed wildly. Tianyang City, a small town for low-level superpowers. Low-level wilderness area, periphery. Ji Yu Fan was galloping through the wilderness, killing some ferocious beasts within sight. Ding, successfully killed red fire ants, points +6. Ding, successfully killed the red-clawed tiger, points +1-2. Ding, successfully killed the evil horned bull, points +8. The system beeps from time to time. They are all first-order ferocious beasts, and there is not even a shadow of a second-order ferocious beast. After killing an evil horned bull with one punch, Ji Yu Fan stopped and stood there to rest for a while. At this time, an hour had passed since Ji Yu Fan entered the low-level wilderness area. During this hour, Ji Yu Fan had been wandering around the periphery of the low-level wilderness area. This is because this low-level wilderness area is too large and is not at the same level as the abandoned small town where the martial arts college entrance examination is held in Luyun City. Not only are there few ferocious beasts here, but they are all first-order ferocious beasts, and the efficiency of obtaining points is even lower than during the martial arts college entrance examination. In this hour, Ji Yu Fan killed more than 20 ferocious beasts, and all of them were first-level ferocious beasts. Thanks to this, the points obtained are very few, only 163 points. According to the map, there are two core areas in this low-level wilderness area, and the giant tree forest is one of them. There are many ferocious beasts living in it. Ji Yu Fan opened the map on his phone and glanced into the distance again. He could vaguely see the prototype of the giant tree forest. There are basically no first-order ferocious beasts in the giant tree forest. The ferocious beasts in the forest are mainly second-order ferocious beasts. Third-order ferocious beasts are also rare and generally only appear deep in the forest. Gu Fanmo read out the prompts on the map. He just needed to find a place with a large number of ferocious beasts. This giant tree forest perfectly met his requirements. The distance is not too far, about 30 kilometers, and I can get there in half an hour at my average speed. Looking at the map, Gu Fan analyzed. In the giant wood forest, the decision is yours. Gu Fan's eyes narrowed slightly, and after comparing the position on the map with the real position, he jumped out like a sports car with the blessing of Shuntian Kang. Half an hour later, giant wood forest, here we come. As expected, half an hour later, Gu Fan successfully arrived at his destination, the giant tree forest. Although this is a dangerous wilderness area and not a city where you can travel at will, Gu Fan's movement speed has not been affected. This is naturally because Gu Fan has unlimited magical protection. Not only is he protected from vicious beasts, but he is also immune to the effects of terrain. Now, what appeared in Gu Fan's sight was a very strange forest. If nothing else, the trees here are obviously not normal species. They are big and tall, with many exceeding 100 meters. The leaves of these giant trees are densely packed, blocking the sunlight and giving the entire forest an eerie atmosphere. Is this the era of spiritual energy recovery? Gu Fan couldn't help but sigh. This was the first time he had seen such a scene. It seems that since the revival of spiritual energy 500 years ago, not only ferocious beasts have appeared, humans have awakened supernatural powers, but even plants have been affected and become extremely huge. The giant tree forest not only has many trees, but also many ferocious beasts. Not long after Gu Fan entered the giant tree forest, a four-armed ape-like beast jumped from the branches of the giant tree and flew towards Gu Fan. He tried to hug Gu Fan tightly and swallowed Gu Fan's entire head in one bite. This is a four-armed ape. Gu Fan glanced at it and immediately recognized this ferocious beast. It seems that this four-armed ape-like beast is the target of his mission, a second-level advanced beast, a four-armed ape. It has to be said that the quality of the ferocious beasts in the giant tree forest is much higher than that in the wilderness area outside. Just when we arrived at the outskirts of the forest, there were second-level advanced ferocious beasts appearing. Facing the second-level superior ferocious beast, under normal circumstances, the second-level advanced superpower user can only barely cope with it. Only by being led by a second-level superior superpower and forming a team of superpowers can we deal with it calmly. Under normal circumstances, it is impossible for a second-level lower-level superpower to defeat a second-level upper-level ferocious beast. But Gu Fan was naturally not a normal second-level low-level superpower user. He silently activated the unlimited technique, pretended not to notice, and allowed the four-armed ape to pounce on him. Chirp! The four-armed ape screamed excitedly, and its expression became more ferocious. In the eyes of the four-armed ape, it has succeeded, and the human in front of it will soon become his dinner today. But something strange happened. The four-armed ape's body strangely stagnated in midair. No matter how hard it tried, it couldn't move forward one step. The ferocious expression of the four-armed ape was frozen on his face, and his pupils began to tremble uncontrollably. The beast's intuition told it that the person it was attacking was not its prey, but a terrifying existence higher up the food chain than it was. It's the one being preyed upon. The four-armed ape subconsciously wanted to escape, but now it had already caught a turtle in a jar, so how could it escape? I remember the mission mentioned ears, so I won't hit the head. The same goes for knocking out the heart. Gu Fan thought for a moment and punched out at the 7-3 node, which was exactly the heart of the four-armed ape. Boom! The chest of the four-armed ape exploded, forming a huge hole, and the heart that was originally placed normally was shattered. Thump! After the unlimited spell was released, the four-armed ape fell to the ground with fear in his eyes, losing all traces of life. Ding! Successfully killed the four-armed ape, points plus 48. Quote. The system prompt sounds. It actually has 48 points. The second-level advanced beast is different. Seeing the huge numbers that suddenly appeared, Gu Fan shouted excitedly. You know, he had been jumping between 6 and 8 points just now. After working hard for an hour, he only accumulated 163 points. And this time, 48 points were added in one go. How could Chu Fan not be excited? No, I remembered that in the martial arts college entrance examination, killing a second-level lower-level ferocious beast will earn you 24 points. Chu Fan suddenly remembered. If you look at it this way, the 48 points required to kill a second-level advanced beast is not that much, it can only be said to be quite satisfactory. I need 5,000 points now. Killing a second-level advanced ferocious beast costs 48 points. I need to kill more than 100 of them. Well, this number is a lot, but not too much. I wonder how many points you get for killing a third-level lower-level beast. I remember that the first-level upper-level beast is worth 12 points, and the second-level lower-level beast is 24 points. If nothing unexpected happens, the points for the third-level lower-level beasts will be doubled, which is 96 points, and the points for the third-level intermediate beasts will be even more, but this is not certain. Chu Fan began to analyze. In fact, according to the density of ferocious beasts in the giant forest and the high efficiency of hunting ferocious beasts, it is not difficult to obtain 5,000 points, and it can be completed in about a day. However, there is no chance today. I only set out at noon, so I arrived too late. At this time, the sky was getting a little dark. He must evacuate before dark, at least from the giant tree forest area. At night, the beasts become more ferocious. Moreover, there are third-level ferocious beasts in the giant tree forest. They can also move around and may not necessarily stay deep in the forest. More importantly, his unlimited skill is not a passive skill. It needs to be activated actively and cannot be maintained for a long time. This is undoubtedly fatal in the dangerous night of the giant forest. It has always been Chu Fan's rule not to take risks. It is better to be cautious. There is only one life, and if you die, you will die. Before it gets dark, try to kill as many ferocious beasts as possible. No matter what, the more points the better. After thinking, Chu Fan continued to move forward. Tianyang City, a town for low-level psychics. Low-level wilderness area, giant forest. A team of 5 psychics is walking towards the outskirts of the forest, 3 men and 2 women. These people are the light wind group that Chu Fan had seen at the entrance of the wilderness area. They have now completed their mission and are preparing to return to the town for low-level psychics. It feels so quiet, and there are no ferocious beasts on the road. It's really different from the inside of the forest. A member of the light wind group expressed his feelings. His name is Wang Lida, and everyone calls him Lida. Yes, probably the ferocious beasts are all inside the forest. The leader Luo Ao responded. But these are no longer important. Wang Lida said with a smile. Lida, you are in a good mood. The leader Luo Ao said unexpectedly. Of course, the mission has been successfully completed. Everyone worked hard today. I performed the worst, so I have to work harder. Let's do this. In order to express my determination, I will treat everyone to a drink when I go back. Tonight, we will not stop until we are drunk. Wang Lida said excitedly. Yeah, that's true. Since its founding, the Light Wind Group has experienced many ups and downs and accumulated a lot of things. Fortunately, it has not been in vain. In the future, as long as we don't stop, the road will continue to extend. Leader Luo Ao sighed. Suddenly, the road ahead broke. A hideous flower-shaped monster emerged from the ground. Not only did it have a strange flower on its head, but the vines extending from its body were shaped like a strange hand. Not good, it's a third-level lower-level beast, the strange hand flower, let's run. Song Yaqian's face turned pale and she shouted in horror. Song Yaqian was only a second-level intermediate wind-type psychic. Facing a third-level lower-level beast, the strange hand flower could only run for his life. Isn't this the outskirts of the forest? Why is there a third-level beast, the strange hand flower? Leader Luo Ao's face was also livid. As the highest combat power of the Light Wind Group, he was only a second-level upper-level psychic, far from being the opponent of the third-level lower-level beast, the strange hand flower. Bang, 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 bang. The strange hand flower stretched out its strange hand and fired seed bullets at everyone like a machine gun. Crack. Another male member of the Light Wind Group was unfortunately hit in the shoulder by a seed bullet, blood splattered, and he also fell to the ground. Wang Lida stood there in a daze, and this sudden scene made his mind blank. Wind shield. The leader Luo Ao immediately rushed up and hugged Wang Lida, and at the same time summoned a wind shield to block in front of him. But how could the second-level wind shield block the third-level seed bullet? The seed bullet penetrated the wind shield and pierced into the body of the leader Luo Ao, and blood splattered for a while. Leader, what are you doing, leader? Wang Lida, who was hugged by the leader Luo Ao, was not injured, and he shouted in a crying tone. Ah! The leader Luo Ao roared, sending out countless wind blades, and actually cut off the strange hand of the strange hand flower, making it unable to continue to fire seed bullets. What? Team leader Luo Ao took a deep breath and continued, my shot was quite accurate. The leader's body was battered by seed bullets, but even though he was injured like this, he still maintained a smile. Captain. Wang Lade looked uneasy, his face was covered with cold sweat, his pupils were flashing, his voice was trembling, and his whole body was about to collapse. Lade, why do you make such a sound? The group leader Luo Ao said dissatisfied. Because. Wang Lade was almost crying. I am Luo Ao, the leader of the Ching Fang regiment. A few bullets don't matter. The group leader Luo Ao stood up and smiled confidently. How could you do it for someone like me? Wang Lade shook his head with tears. It's my job to protect our members. The leader of the group, Luo Ao, stood up and faced the third-level beast, the strange hand flower, protecting everyone behind him. But, looking at the back of the group leader Luo Ao, Wang Lade hesitated to speak. That's enough, let's go. The leader of the group, Luo Ao, dragged his broken body and walked towards the third-level lower-level ferocious beast, the strange hand flower, without hesitation. At this moment, he finally understood. Nothing else matters. As long as you keep moving forward, as long as you don't stop, the road will continue to extend. Thump. After walking a few steps, the group leader Luo Ao was still exhausted and fell to the ground. He stretched his left hand forward, and blood flowed forward along his fingertips, like a flower of hope. Don't stop. The leader of the group, Luo Ao, made the final sound. Seeing the tragic death of group leader Luo Ao, Song Yaqian and Zhu Meng, the two girls covered their mouths and shed tears uncontrollably. Wang Lade and another male member fell to their knees and cried. At this moment, the third-level lower-level ferocious beast, the strange hand flower, recovered, and its strange hand that was severed by the group leader Luo grew back. A grimace bloomed on the flower of the strange hand flower. At the same time, he pointed the strange hand in his hand at the Ching Fang group, and the seed bullets in the strange hand were ready to be fired. Why is it like this? Wang Lade was in despair. It seems that he still failed to live up to the expectations of the leader. He will die, and so will his teammates. In other words, all the efforts of the leader just now were in vain. It's over. Song Yaqian thought so in her heart. Although the monster hand flower is an immovable plant-like beast, the monster hand flower has strange hands that are comparable to machine guns. In front of the seed bullets fired by strange machine guns, they simply couldn't escape. I didn't expect that the strange hand flower would regenerate so quickly. It had grown back less than a minute after it was cut off by the leader. There is no way, no one can save us. Song Yaqian smiled bitterly. It was almost dark at this time, and there were not many superpower users coming and going. In addition, this strange hand flower was a third-level low-level beast, and ordinary superpower users were no match for it. Besides, other people with superpowers have no obligation to save them. Rather than saving them, it is a better choice to sit back and watch. Wait until they are killed by the strange hand flower, then search for their relics, and clean up the strange hand flower at the same time, killing two birds with one stone. At this moment, a young man wearing casual clothes, sneakers, his hands in his trouser pockets, and a grin on his face suddenly appeared. Hey, long time no see. Ji Fan leaned against Strange Hand Flower's torso without any precautions and greeted Song Yaqian with a smile. What? Song Yaqian was stunned, staring at Ji Fan, forgetting that she was in danger. She knew the young man in front of her, the student she met at the entrance of the wilderness area not long ago. Since the student looked like a complete novice, she had warned the student. However, shouldn't the student return to the town of low-level psychics? Why did he appear in such a dangerous giant forest? Wait, now is not the time to think about these things. Behind this student is a third-level beast, the strange hand flower. Not good. This student is in danger. So, Song Yaqian yelled at Ji Yu Fan in horror. Hey, run away quickly, the one behind you is not an ordinary plant, it is a third-level beast, the strange hand flower, you will be eaten by it. Sister Yaqian, it's too late. Zhu Meng shook her head in despair. Because the strange hand flower had moved, its ghost-like flower opened wide, revealing a mouthful of sharp teeth. In Zhu Meng's wildly trembling pupils, a horrified scene was reflected. The strange hand flower curled up the flower with its bloody mouth to the lower part of its body and stretched it towards the defenseless young man leaning on its body. Zhu Meng could already foresee what would happen next. The strange hand flower would bite off the young man's head and turn him into a headless corpse. However, this was just the beginning. After devouring the young man's head, the strange hand flower would become more bloodthirsty and more brutal. This beast would fire seed bullets crazily until they were all killed. In other words, not only the young man, but also them, everyone present would die. No, hearing Zhu Meng's words, and seeing the strange hand flower open its bloody mouth and bite Ji Yu Fan's head, Song Yaqian screamed and closed her eyes in despair. She didn't want to see it, and she couldn't bear to see it. The leader was already dead, and now someone was going to die in front of her. She couldn't accept this result and could only escape. What does this mean? Wang Lida and another male member who was shot in the shoulder were all looking at the scene in front of them with confusion. They didn't understand how this young man ran over, and they didn't want to know why. They only knew that this young man was finished. Looking at this posture, the strange hand flower was obviously going to eat this young man alive. Caw caw. The strange hand flower made a cruel and strange laugh. For Ji Yu Fan, a delicious dish delivered to the door, it must taste it as soon as possible. However, a strange scene happened. The strange hand flower was horrified to find that no matter how hard it tried, its huge mouthful of spikes could not bite off Ji Yu Fan's head. Ji Yu Fan's head was clearly in front of the strange hand flower, but it just couldn't bite it off. There was some mysterious power that stopped the strange hand flower and made its speed extremely slow. This scene happened to be seen by Zhu Meng. How did you do this? Zhu Meng widened her eyes, her face full of disbelief. The scene in front of her completely broke her cognition and subverted her worldview. This is not an ordinary beast, this is a third-level lower-level beast, the strange hand flower. Even a strong leader is vulnerable to the strange hand flower, and this young man completely ignored the attack of the strange hand flower. This is something that a third-level lower-level psychic, no, a third-level intermediate psychic cannot do. Who is this young man? This. Wang Lade and another male member who was shot in the shoulder were so shocked that they could hardly speak. What an amazing sight. This young man is actually standing here unscathed. No, it's not just as simple as being unscathed. The strange hand flower can't even get close to this young man. No matter how hard the strange hand flower bites, it just can't bite this young man. The two are obviously close at hand, but they seem to be separated by an entire universe. Hearing the exclamations of her teammates, Song Yaqian subconsciously opened her eyes and took in the scene in front of her. He isn't dead. A trace of surprise flashed in Song Yaqian's eyes, which was quickly replaced by joy. She originally thought that this young man would be ruthlessly slaughtered by the strange hand flower and turned into a headless corpse. After all, the monster hand flower is a third-level low-level ferocious beast, and this young man looks like a student at first glance, and the aura exuding from his body is also very weak, not even as good as the second-level intermediate superpower user himself. But things did not develop as she thought. This young man was simply too strong. With his hands in his pockets and motionless, he completely ignored the attack of the third-level lower-level ferocious beast, the monster hand flower. You keep biting, aren't you tired? Ji Yu Fan took his hand out of his pocket and put 2 fingers in front of him. The technique turns to Kang. There was a whoosh, and a pale blue sphere appeared above the head of the strange hand flower. Kang is constantly rotating, causing extremely strong traction. The soil on the ground, the surrounding trees, and the strange hand flower in the center. Kang is like a small black hole, and all targets around it cannot escape the pull of Kang. Kaka. The strange hand flower made a strange cry of pain. It was uprooted from the ground by Kang, the roots were torn off by the pulling force, and the grimace-like flowers were twisted into a ball by Kang. Boom. The speed of Kang that had been rotating reached its peak, the terrifying traction reached its extreme, and it exploded with a bang. The entire body of the strange hand flower was blown up, and the twisted grimace flower was also torn into pieces, losing all signs of life in an instant. Zhu Meng was completely confused. This strange hand flower is a third-level lower-level ferocious beast. How could it be killed so easily? Doesn't this mean that the young man in front of him is much stronger than the third-level lower-level ferocious beast? However, this young man clearly looked younger than her, and his aura was not as good as hers. What exactly is going on? Zhu Meng didn't understand. She really couldn't understand. As this, dead, Wang Lade and the other male member who was shot in the shoulder were both stunned. They never imagined that the strange hand flower that was so arrogant in front of them would be so vulnerable in front of this young man. Too strong. The young man in front of him is too strong. This overwhelming gap can be clearly seen. He is actually so powerful. Song Yaqian murmured in a daze. She recalled the scene when she met him at the entrance to the wilderness area. At that time, she was persuading him earnestly, and even rebuked him in person, saying that he had no sense of crisis. What was I doing at that time? She was obviously a rookie, but she actually spoke nonsense to the boss. Thinking of this, Song Yaqian's face turned red with embarrassment. Ding, successfully killed the strange hand flower, points plus 96. The system prompt sounds. You guessed it right, it's really 96 points. Yu Fan said in his heart. As he expected, the points of the third-level lower-level beast were twice that of the second-level upper-level beast. The points of the second-level upper-level beast were 48. Naturally, the points of the third-level lower beast were 96. How do you say this point? It's a bit average. I can't say it's less or more. It's more reasonable. Are you guys okay? After clearing away the strange hand flowers and confirming that the points were received, Yu Fan turned around and asked the 4 members of the Ching Fang group. We're fine, but Song Yaqian showed a wry smile and said. The leader died, to save me. Wang Lade knelt on the ground, completely devoid of any joy of survival, and tears even formed in his eyes again. Zhu Meng lowered his head and remained silent. It hurts. Another male member whose shoulder was injured hugged his shoulder and groaned in pain. He hadn't felt it just now, but after he was out of danger, severe pain suddenly surged up. What's going on? Yu Fan was shocked. Then he saw a person lying on the ground not far away, a person who had lost signs of life. He knew this person himself. It was Luo, the leader of the Ching Fang group. It seems I'm a step too late. Seeing that the person he was talking to just now died like this, Yu Fan said with some regret. No, you didn't come too late. If it weren't for you, we would have been killed by the strange hand flower. Thank you for saving us. Song Yaqian forced a smile and said. You're welcome, it's just a little effort. Yu Fan said nonchalantly. With a little effort. Zhu Meng, who was already silent, became even more silent, as did Wang Lade. Even the male member with an injured shoulder stopped humming. They were all shocked by Yu Fan's words and became a little distracted. The strange hand flower that they could not defeat no matter what, was just a piece of cake for Yu Fan to solve. Well, didn't the leader say that as long as we keep moving forward, he will be there on the road ahead? We must keep our spirits up. Song Yaqian shouted towards her teammates. You are right, we must cheer up and not let down the leader's expectations of us. After hearing Song Yaqian's words, Wang Lade knelt down and suddenly stood up. Wang Lade walked up to the male team member with an injured shoulder and asked, Can you still walk? If you can't walk, ask Yaqian and Xiaoming to help me. The team leader will be left to me. I can't let him sleep here. I will leave behind his back. I'm fine, I can still walk, said the male player who injured his shoulder. Wang Lade carried team leader Luo on his back. Song Yaqian and Zhu Meng put away their tears, and the male team member with an injured shoulder stood aside with gritted teeth. Just like that, Team Ching Fang cheered up again. Well, I have something else to do next, so I'll take a step forward. Goodbye, everyone. Seeing this, Yu Fan waved goodbye to everyone. Seeing Yu Fan was about to leave, Song Yaqian finally reacted. After working on it for a long time, she actually didn't even know the name of her savior, so she quickly asked, "Wait a minute, we don't know your name yet." "My name is Ji Fan," Ji Fan said without looking back. "Ji Fan, thank you. Ji Fan, thank you for saving us. Ji Fan, if we meet again next time, we will find a way to repay your kindness." Quote. Just like that, Ji Fan walked away alone amidst everyone's thanks. After bidding farewell to everyone in the Ching Fang group, Ji Fan turned on the killing mode in the giant tree forest and began to hunt ferocious beasts within sight. However, apart from the strange hand flower he just met, Ji Fan has never met a third-level ferocious beast. All he has encountered are some second-order ferocious beasts. Ding, successfully killed the springtail, points plus 24. Ding, successfully killed the one-horned demon wolf, points plus 48. Ding, successfully killed the corrupted junkrat, points plus 36. Ding, successfully killed the four-armed ape, points plus 48. Quote. The system beeps from time to time. The one-horned devil wolf only has one horn. The task is to collect 30 horns, which means killing 31 horned devil wolves. After breaking off the horn on the corpse of the one-horned demon wolf, Ji Fan muttered to himself. He has now taken on 3 missions. One is to collect 50 ears of the second-level advanced ferocious beast quadruple ape, the other is to collect 50 fangs of the second-level intermediate ferocious beast rotting junkrat, and the last one is to collect the unique ears of the second-level advanced ferocious beast unicorn wolf, 30 corners. A quadrilla has 2 ears, and a rot junkrat has 2 fangs. To collect 50 ears and 50 fangs, you only need to kill 25 quadruples and 25 corrupt junkrats respectively. Calculated in this way, it seems that the one with the smallest number of unicorns is the one that collects the most. To collect 30 unicorns, you need to kill 30 unicorn wolves, while the others only need 25. "It's getting late, it's time to go," Ji Fan said. "It's dusk now, and the afterglow of the setting sun has dyed the sky yellow. If we don't leave, it will really be dark. Open the system panel." Host Ji Fan. Level, second level, lower level. Superpower, 6 eyes partially awakened. Spiritual power, 550. Skills, conversion of spell power, 10-stroke spell, Jingting Fist, Black Flash, Stopping Power, Reversal of Spells Kang, Reversal of Spells He, Void Style Chu cannot be used. Fist Mastery Advanced. Points 3,623. I gained a lot today. I gained more than 3,000 points. Come early tomorrow and try to get 10,000 points back to school. Ji Fan said in a good mood. Just like that, bathing in the afterglow of the setting sun, Ji Fan walked. After walking out of the giant tree forest, Ji Fan walked alone in the wilderness of the wilderness area. At this time, the other superpowers had already finished their work and gone back to the tavern to drink, so there was basically no pedestrian visible on the road. However, something strange happened. Ji Fan vaguely saw a middle-aged man in the wilderness in the distance, holding a big knife, heading in the opposite direction towards the depths of the wilderness area. You know, it's going to be dark soon, and it's not normal to go hunting deep in the wilderness area at this time. It's so late. What is he going to do? Hunting ferocious beasts. However, it's none of my business. He can do whatever he likes. I'd better go back and sleep early. Although Ji Fan was surprised, he didn't pay too much attention to it. He was not the kind of person who liked to meddle in other people's business. Gradually, this middle-aged man got closer and closer to Ji Fan, so that Ji Fan could see his appearance clearly. The middle-aged man is about 180 centimeters tall, has a scar on his face, and does not look very kind. He was wearing white short sleeves, and the muscles were clearly visible on his exposed arms. He was holding a large knife with a dangerous aura in his hand. At first glance, he was not ordinary. Suddenly, Ji Fan saw this middle-aged man smiling at him, his heart skipped a beat, and he blurted out, "No, he came for me." Seeing this middle-aged man with a scarred face smiling at him, Ji Fan not only felt his heart beating wildly, but also broke out in cold sweat on his back. Ji Fan quickly analyzed in his mind. I can't see through his cultivation, but the spiritual power he exudes is even more exaggerated than Shu Chang, who turned on the burst mode. Not surprisingly, he is a third-level advanced superpower. People with superpowers are not something I can deal with now. Billy. Suddenly, the scarred middle-aged man's body began to pulse with electric light, and his figure suddenly moved, like a cheetah swooping towards its prey. A person with lightning powers. Chu Fan was shocked. This scar-faced middle-aged man is terrifyingly fast, even faster than Shu Chang, who turned on the explosion mode. If he hadn't had his partially awakened six eyes, he wouldn't have been able to see the movements of this scar-faced middle-aged man clearly. Are you Chu Fan? The middle-aged man with a scar face stopped a few feet away from Chu Fan, put the big knife on his shoulder, and showed his bright white teeth. That's right, this scar-faced middle-aged man is the thug sent by Brother Zhou Zhengming, an elite member of the Blood Wolf group, and a third-level advanced thunder power user, Chu Guangchin. How do you know my name? We have never met, right? Chu Fan suppressed his fear and asked. I've known your name for a long time, but that's not important. What's important is what happens next. It's obviously off-duty time, but you asked me to go all the way. How do you think I'm going to deal with you? Quote. Chu Guangchin said with a ferocious expression. I knew it a long time ago. What does this mean? Chu Fan was a little confused when he heard Chu Guangchin's words. I don't know him at all, so how does he know his name? It's like he already knew it. However, Chu Fan didn't pay too much attention and continued to ask, who are you? It seems that you and I have no grievances. You and I have no grievances, but if someone has a grudge against you, it's your fault for offending someone you shouldn't have offended. As for who I am, I will tell you with great compassion. Chu Guangchin, an elite member of the Blood Wolf group and a third-level advanced lightning power user. Chu Guangchin said nonchalantly, I don't seem to have offended anyone, right? Wait, it seems there is someone, apparently called Mr. Su. He seemed to have said a lot of harsh words to me at that time. After hearing Chu Guangchin's words, Chu Fan began to think. After some analysis, Chu Fan found that the only person he had offended who could be taught a lesson was Su Chaolong, the young master of the Su group, and there was no one else besides him. Did Su Chaolong from the Su group send you here? Chu Fan asked. Su Chaolong from the Su group. Chu Guangchin showed a puzzled expression, then shook his head slightly and said, I don't know him. However, it might be him. He entrusted Brother Zhou, and Brother Zhou entrusted me. Let me explain to you again. Brother Zhou is the leader of our Blood Wolf group. Chu Guangchin added thoughtfully, why did your captain entrust you with the task? Kill me and take my head back to report. Chu Fan continued to ask. No, Zhou Zhe specifically told me to take it easy, don't beat the person to death, just lose an arm and break a leg. Chu Guangchin shook his head and said. However, when I think about it carefully, it's just too boring to say this. I'd better kill you to make things more interesting. At this point, Chu Guangchin showed a bright smile again. Hearing Chu Guangchin's words, Chu Fan felt speechless for a while. He went around and around for a long time, but in the end he didn't want to kill him. This is going to be tricky now. Now I only have 3,623 points in my hand and only 1,000 spiritual stones. Even if you throw away everything in the space ring, recycle the space ring, and exchange it for 500 points, the total points will still be less than 5,000 and cannot be exchanged for the reversal spell. If you can't redeem the reversal technique, you won't be able to use the reversal technique key. Without the reversal technique key, it would be difficult for you to defeat Chu Guangchin, a third-level advanced superpower user. Upgrading the level also doesn't work. Now, the upgrade button after the level is still gray and is still cooling down, so the level cannot be increased. Don't you obey your commander's orders? Chu Fan asked without any expectations. What's the point of following the rules? I really want to know how the Magic City Academy will react when a genius like you is killed. Will it treat it like nothing happened, or will it take crazy revenge? Chu Guangchin looked excited. What's in it for you? Chu Fan asked. There is no need for benefits. If everything needs benefits before you do it, what is the difference between you and a slave? True happiness comes at no cost and comes from the heart. We can do whatever we want. In other words, we are free. Chu Guangchin put on a posture that you didn't understand at all and said. You're just crazy. Hearing Chu Guangchin's remarks, Chu Fan thought of Troublemaker. This guy had the potential to become a member of Troublemaker. Thanks for the compliment. Chu Guangchin showed a sickly smile. Ji Fan, don't you know, you are quite famous among us troublemakers. After all, your appearance is so charming. You are just a first-level high-level superpower, but you actually crossed 2 major levels in a row and perfectly killed our troublemakers junior member, Shu Chang, a third-level low-level superpower. Ji Fan, are you now a second-level low-level superpower? I really want to know if you can still create the same miracles now as you did then. After saying that, Chu Guangchin raised the corner of his mouth, moved his body, and slashed at Ji Fan with the electric knife. Hearing this, Ji Fan was shocked. Chu Guangchin's words contained a lot of information. It seemed that Chu Guangchin did not have the potential to become a member of the troublemaker. Chu Guangchin was clearly a member of the troublemaker. Not only that, he was also targeted by the troublemaker. It seemed that there were indeed other members of the troublemaker in Luyun City at that time. However, the above is not the point. The point is that Chu Guangchin moved and was slashing at him with the knife. With his current unlimited spells alone, he couldn't stop Chu Guangchin's attack. He didn't have an advantage in terms of speed. Even with the blessing of Shenzhuan Kang, it was still difficult to outrun Chu Guangchin, who was a third-level advanced lightning power user. I just have to bite the bullet. The technique turns to Kang. Ji Fan gritted his teeth and activated the technique Shuntian Kang. As his speed increased, he rolled sideways and barely avoided Chu Guangchin's sword. Boom! Chu Guangchin's electrified sword struck the ground heavily, making an explosive roar. Sand and rocks flew for a while, and the air was filled with splashed smoke and dust. What a terrifying power! Ji Fan, who barely dodged the attack, was shocked. He could see that Chu Guangchin's attack was just a normal attack with lightning power, not a skill. The power of this move is inseparable from Chu Guangchin's own terrifying strength, and it is also inseparable from the blessing of this sword. This big sword is not an ordinary sword, it is a third-level spiritual weapon, and its increase in power for Chu Guangchin is undoubtedly huge. Chu Guangchin's normal attacks were not so powerful. If he used his skills, he would probably be killed instantly with one move. Ji Fan did not dare to hesitate and quickly called the system and opened his system panel. Host Ji Fan. Level, second level lower level. Superpower, 6 eyes partially awakened. Spiritual power, 550. Skills, conversion of spell power, 10-stroke spell, Jingting Fist, Black Flash, Stopping power, reversal of spells Kang, reversal of spells He, Void style Chu cannot be used Fist Mastery Advanced. Points 3623. The points you have accumulated must be used. Although it is not enough to redeem the reversal spell and cannot be used to upgrade, increasing your spiritual power can also improve your various attributes. Now is a life and death period, and there is no time to think about it. We must get through the current predicament first before we can think about the future. System, help me add points. Spend 3,000 points to add to my spiritual power. As soon as he finished speaking, an indescribable force exploded in Ji Fan's body, causing his spiritual power to skyrocket crazily. Spiritual power, 550 right pointing arrow 1150. The exchange ratio between points and spiritual power is 5:1, that is, 5 points are exchanged for 1 spiritual power. After consuming 3,000 points, Ji Fan's spiritual power skyrocketed, increasing by a full 600 points, more than doubling. Since the spiritual power has skyrocketed from 550 to 1150, the improvement in all attributes brought about is also very impressive. His strength has been greatly improved visibly to the naked eye. Now the aura on Ji Fan's body is not even weaker than that of a second-level intermediate superpower, and the improvement brought about is not much different from a direct upgrade. The partially awakened 6 eyes make my unlimited technique more stable, and the same goes for the surge in spiritual power. Although I am only a second-level lower-level superpower user now, it is not a big problem to block the attacks of a third-level upper-level superpower user. I don't care about skill attacks for now. At least I am immune to normal attacks. The electrified thunder knife that I had to dodge just now should be able to take it without any damage. In other words, my fault tolerance rate has been greatly improved. After his spiritual power increased, Ji Fan became more confident, he analyzed in his mind. It's dusk now, and the weather is very unusual. The night is getting closer and closer, but the sky is getting brighter and brighter. The golden light shines down through the clouds and shines on the land in the wilderness area. At this moment, everyone from the Ching Fang group came from a distance and happened to pass by. Since Wang Lade was carrying group leader Luoao on his back and another male member was injured in the shoulder, only 2 girls, Song Yaqian and Zhu Meng, were really able to fight. Therefore, Ching Fang Tuan's return speed is very slow, even slower than Ji Yu Fan, who has been hunting ferocious beasts in the giant tree forest for a long time. Be careful, there's a situation ahead. Song Yaqian stood at the front of the team, and she was the first to notice the strangeness ahead. Although this area is a wilderness with sparse vegetation, the smoke and dust ahead are obviously abnormal. So Song Yaqian stopped everyone in the Ching Fang group. Now the Ching Fang group was either dead or injured, so they had to be careful. Gradually, the smoke dispersed, and 2 figures appeared in Song Yaqian's sight. This person is Ji Yu Fan. Song Yaqian took a closer look and saw that one of the 2 people in front was actually their savior Ji Yu Fan, and she screamed on the spot. What, is it Ji Yu Fan? Wang Lade was also very surprised. He never expected that they would see Ji Yu Fan again at this time and at this place. Who is the other person? Do you know him? Song Yaqian asked everyone in the Ching Fang group. I have met this person once. He seems to be Chu Guangchin, an elite member of the Blood Wolf group. He is a 3rd-level advanced lightning power user, said the male member who injured his shoulder. What? The Blood Wolf group? Why are the people from the Blood Wolf group here? Song Yaqian was shocked and said. She had heard the name of the Blood Wolf group. It was a famous mercenary team in Tianyang City. The leader is a 4th-level superpower, and all members are 3rd-level superpowers or above, which is completely different from the Ching Fang group. Chu Guangchin, a 3rd-level advanced superpower. Why does such a powerful person appear here? Wang Lade was also very surprised. This low-level wilderness area is dominated by 1st and 2nd-level beasts. There are not many 3rd-level beasts, and even if there are very few upper-level 3rd-level beasts. As a 3rd-level advanced superpower, Chu Guangchin should look down on this low-level wilderness area. The smoke and dust dispersed, and the figures of Ji Yu Fan and Chu Guangchin reappeared. The 2 stood looking at each other within a few meters of each other. The golden light poured on the 2 of them, making the atmosphere of the scene more subtle. The speed is pretty good. You can actually dodge my attack, but what about this? So what? Chu Guangchin suddenly burst into flames, lightning flashed on his arm, and he raised the knife and dropped it in one go. This move is a sweeping attack. If it can successfully hit, Chu Guangchin is confident that he can cut Ji Yu Fan in half. Seeing Chu Guangchin's thunder knife coming, Ji Yu Fan clenched his right fist, slightly bent his body, and the iron fist burning with magic power was ready to go. He wanted to go head-to-head with Chu Guangchin. If it was Ji Yu Fan a few minutes ago, he would naturally not dare to do this, but now that his spiritual power has surged, he has the confidence to confront Chu Guangchin head-on. Jingting fist. In the moment of silence, Ji Yu Fan's body rushed out like an arrow from the string, and his fist collided head-on with Chu Guangchin's thunder knife. There's something wrong with the situation, Ji Yu Fan, he seems to be fighting Chu Guangchin. Zhu Meng's face became very strange, and she said in a very uncertain tone. What are you talking about? Ji Yu Fan is fighting a 3rd-level advanced superpower. Song Yaqian immediately became anxious and quickly looked into the distance, just in time to see the scene where Ji Yu Fan's fist collided with Chu Guangchin's thunder knife. Idiot! Song Yaqian stamped her feet anxiously. She never expected that Ji Yu Fan would choose to confront Chu Guangchin, a 3rd-level superpower user. She had seen how powerful Ji Yu Fan was, and he instantly killed the 3rd-level lower-level ferocious beast monster hand flower with one move, but the 3rd-level lower-level was different from the 3rd-level upper-level. Although the 3rd-level subordinates and the 3rd-level superiors are also in the 3rd level, the strength gap between the 2 is completely different. Therefore, even if Ji Yu Fan has the strength to kill the 3rd-level lower-level ferocious beast with one blow, Song Yaqian does not think that Ji Yu Fan can defeat the 3rd-level superior Chu Guangchin. It's over now. Wang Lade smiled bitterly. In his opinion, Ji Yu Fan's head-on confrontation with Chu Guangchin was completely forced. Chu Guangchin's thunder knife was so fast that they couldn't see it clearly. In the blink of an eye, it collided with Ji Yu Fan's fist. Ji Fan must have been unable to dodge, so he took the next step and used his fists to fight the swords. There is no doubt that Ji Fan will be defeated. Chapter 71. Seeing Ji Fan confronting his thunder knife with his fist, Chu Guangchin's eyes flashed with surprise. Something's wrong. Chu Guangchin thought so, because not long ago, when Ji Fan faced its thunder knife, he could only choose to dodge and panic. Less than a minute later, Ji Fan actually gave up dodging and instead chose to greet his thunder knife with a fist. Chu Guangchin knew very well that Ji Fan was not stupid. On the contrary, Ji Fan was very smart and would never do anything he was not sure about. In other words, is Ji Fan confident about taking this knife? After a brief thought, Chu Guangchin came to a conclusion. The corners of Chu Guangchin's mouth rose again, and the speed of swinging the knife was faster again. He wanted to see how Ji Fan would respond. Boom, boom, boom. The sword and fist collided violently, and accompanied by 3 thunderous roars, violent air waves spread out like a tsunami from the place where the two collided. After a brief collision, the two men retreated uncontrollably. Ji Fan took 3 steps back, while Chu Guangchin took 5 steps back. It seems that in this confrontation, Ji Fan is better. Looking at the shocking scene in front of them, everyone in the Ching Fang group became silent. After a moment, a pair of eyes looked at Ji Fan in the distance, as if looking at a monster. Am I right? Ji Fan has the upper hand. Song Yaqian's pupils suddenly shrank and she couldn't help but take a long breath of cold air. It was foreseeable that Ji Fan's sense of mystery in her heart had once again increased. What? Ji Fan has the upper hand. How is this possible? Chu Guangchin is a 3rd-level advanced superpower. Wang Lade roared in disbelief. To be honest, he didn't see clearly the battle just now, and it was difficult for him to see clearly with his current strength. Although he didn't know what happened just now, Chu Guangchin took more steps back than Ji Fan. This was a fact he saw with his own eyes. You know, Chu Guangchin is a 3rd-level advanced superpower, and he is also a thunder type who is famous for his violent output. Being able to defeat Chu Guangchin in a head-on battle, how terrifying is Ji Fan's strength? Boy, what did you do? Chu Guangchin asked with a smile after regaining his balance. After this fight, Chu Guangchin clearly felt the change in Ji Fan's aura, which was completely different from the past. The power of this punch was also terrifyingly strong, actually faintly surpassing that of myself as a 3rd-level advanced superpower user. And such a drastic change only happened in less than a minute. I told you and you don't understand. Ji Fan said. Ji Fan was right in saying this. He couldn't say that he had a system and could directly modify the data, right? Yeah, Chu Guangchin smiled sternly, showing his white teeth. He looked like a flying beast and slashed with his sword again. Thunder Blade. Chu Guangchin stopped holding back this time and used his skills directly. In an instant, violent thunder and lightning roamed wildly on the sword, and the lightning flashed from time to time on the ground, bombarding the ground black. How about this knife? Chu Guangchin raised his thunderous sword high and slashed at Ji Fan's head and face. Fear. Ji Fan thought lightly. Skills are skills, and they are completely different from simply releasing superpowers. The power of this move is far beyond what the attack just now can compare with. If he is directly hit by this thunder knife, even if his spiritual power is soaring now, his unlimited spell will be interrupted by the knife. However, it is not invincible. Not only did he have unlimited techniques, but he also had the technique Shuntuan Kang. Under the terrifying pulling force of the technique Shuntuan Kang, Chu Guangchin could not get close to him at all. The technique turns to Kang. Ji Fan raised his hand, and a blue sphere suddenly appeared behind Chu Guangchin. In Chu Guangchin's shocked eyes, the traction force of Kang suddenly exploded, forcing Chu Guangchin's body away, and pulled out a 30-meter-long mark on the ground. Your attack is indeed very strong, but if you can't touch me, it's meaningless no matter how strong your attack is. Ji Fan walked over and said to the shocked Chu Guangchin. Interesting, it's really interesting. You boy, you have a way. Stabilizing his body, Chu Guangchin laughed. To be honest, Ji Fan's current performance far exceeded Chu Guangchin's expectations. Ji Fan was just a 2nd-level low-level superpower user, but he could fight back and forth with himself, a third-level high-level superpower user. It was simply incredible. Boy, you said I can't touch you. Are you too confident? Can you see clearly when I'm at full speed? 3,000 thunders. Electricity flashed past, jumping wildly on Chu Guangchin's body. With a step, the ground exploded. Chu Guangchin moved, so fast that he could only see the afterimage. It's so fast, even with 6 eyes, I can barely see clearly what kind of movement this is. Cold sweat broke out on Ji Fan's forehead. He saw Chu Guangchin's figure flashing around him, sometimes flashing to the bushes, sometimes jumping to the trees, sometimes galloping in the wilderness. Gradually, Chu Guangchin's speed reached its peak. He flashed out from the bushes on the side, speeding close to the ground like a cannonball. Die, Ji Fan. Thunder Thorn. While galloping, Chu Guangchin put away the thunder knife, switched to a dagger, held the dagger behind his back, and stabbed Ji Fan's neck at an unparalleled speed. That's right, Chu Guangchin is not only proficient in sword skills, he is also proficient in various weapons, including daggers. As for why he switched to a dagger, of course it is because daggers are more suitable for assassination. This dagger is not a mortal product, it is also a third-level spiritual weapon. The technique turns to Kang. Ji Fan lowered his head, turned his body sideways, and just stretched his hand forward. Boom! A torrent of traction erupts. The ground in front of Ji Fan was ruthlessly torn apart, the soil flew up, and the few shrubs were uprooted. Chu Guangchin, who wanted to stab Ji Fan, was pulled directly and his body flew away like a kite with its string broken. Do you really think I can't see you? At this time, Ji Fan suddenly raised his head and looked at Chu Guangchin with sharp eyes. When Chu Guangchin was moving around him at high speed, he was always accumulating power. The instantaneous casting and accumulating power of the technique were two different concepts. The current spell I am currently using is almost at its maximum power, and its power is far from being comparable to the instant spell I just cast. Even if Chu Guangchin is a third-level advanced superpower user, it is impossible to stop him. Not only will his attack be interrupted, but his body will also suffer considerable damage from the terrifying traction. How could it be? My 3000 thunder movement is an S-level movement skill. How did this kid see it? Chu Guangchin was shocked. Under the movement of 3000 thunders, his speed was comparable to that of a 4th-level superpower. Ji Fan is a small 2nd-level low-level superpower. How did he see it? Also, what is this strange force that pulls me apart? It was much stronger than before, making myself unable to resist at all, and could only be forced to fly in the air, unable to stop at all. Oh my god, what happened? Zhu Meng opened her eyes wide and tried to see clearly the battle ahead, but she couldn't see anything. Even if he tried his best, he could only vaguely see Ji Fan, who was standing motionless, and the afterimages that kept flickering around Ji Fan. Don't look at it. You can't see clearly. This level of battle is not something we rookies can see clearly. Wang Lade sighed. Alas, Ji Fan is in danger again. Song Yaqian was also sighing. No way, Chu Guangchin is also a 3rd-level advanced superpower. If he fights with all his strength, how can Ji Fan have any hope of victory? Wang Lade couldn't stop shaking his head. No, wait. Someone flew out. There are only 2 people at the scene, Ji Fan and Chu Guangchin. Ji Fan is still standing where he is, so the one who flew out is. The person flying out is Chu Guangchin. Zhu Meng roared in disbelief. What? Ji Fan won again. Hearing Zhu Meng's words, Song Yaqian was shocked and quickly looked forward carefully, just in time to see Chu Guangchin flying in the air. Ji Fan, I knew you could do it. Song Yaqian was overjoyed, cheered excitedly, and wanted to jump up. This slap in the face comes too fast. 1 second I said that Ji Fan couldn't do it, and the next second Ji Fan slapped me in the face with actual actions. Wang Lade was filled with emotion. It seems that Ji Fan is not something that mortals like them can evaluate. Mortals like them can just watch the show honestly, so don't judge him. Boom, 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 boom. Because the technique was close to full power, Chu Guangchin flew far away, stumbling along the way, and he destroyed many rocks, shrubs and trees. Chu Guangchin fell down and his face came into close contact with the soil of the wasteland. His whole body seemed to fall apart and he couldn't even get up for a while. What a monster! Chu Guangchin struggled to stand up, supported his shaky body, and spat out the bloody soil from his mouth. Ji Fan once again exceeded his imagination. This level of attack was already at the 3rd level. If he hadn't been wearing level 3 spiritual armor, he would have been unable to get up after suffering this attack. Fortunately, the bones are not broken yet. Chu Guangchin put away the dagger, put his hands behind his back, and began to do athlete's warm-up exercises. He wanted to use this method to quickly return his body to normal levels. Sure enough, this trick still can't solve you. Level 3 advanced superpowers are just different. At this time, Ji Fan walked over with his head lowered and his hands in his pockets. Pa 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 pa. Chu Guangchin burst into applause. Well done, boy. If it were an ordinary 3rd level superpower user, he would probably be defeated after taking this move. What a pity you met me. 3,000 thunders. Chu Guangchin's figure disappeared again, leaving only his voice echoing in the wilderness. Didn't I tell you everything? I can see you. Your tactics of winning by speed are ineffective on me. Ji Fan reminded. That's not possible. Chu Guangchin's voice came again. Chu Guangchin's speed was terrifying. He used the surrounding rocks, trees, and shrubs as springboards, flashing back and forth faster and faster, so fast that he couldn't even see the afterimage. Do you think I can't hit you by jumping back and forth? The technique is reversed. Maximum power, Kang. Ji Fan moved. He lowered his head, circled his body with his hands, and danced with his hands as if doing Tai Chi. A pale blue sphere came together to form. Ha, ha, ha. The turbulent traction force exploded, forming a violent hurricane, with Ji Fan as the center, swallowing up all targets within a 50-meter radius. Ji Fan raised his hand and shook it gently. Boom. The turbulent air waves dispersed, and so did the smoke and dust caused by the hurricane. When the smoke cleared, the soil, rocks, shrubs, and trees were all destroyed. Except for Ji Fan's feet, the surrounding 50-meter area turned into a giant crater. No one was there, no hits. Ji Fan said in surprise. At this moment, many small birds formed by thunder and lightning appeared in the sky, more than 1,000 of them, and they rushed towards Ji Fan in different directions. No, there are too many thunderbirds, and my current unlimited spells can't bear it at all. Ji Fan secretly screamed that something was wrong. This thunderbird is no ordinary bird, each one has the destructive power of a 3rd level superior. Dozens or hundreds of them may be able to withstand it, but this is 1,000. If they all hit him, he will definitely die tragically on the spot. The technique turns to Kang. While Ji Fan activated the unlimited spell, he used the acceleration provided by the spell sequential Kang to dodge the attack. Gradually, these 1,000 thunder and lightning birds were all silently resolved by Ji Fan. The last one. After fending off the last thunder bird, Ji Fan subconsciously breathed a sigh of relief. Not good. Suddenly, Ji Fan realized something was wrong. Just now, Chu Guangchin had never appeared. At this moment, a sudden piece of information was captured by Ji Fan's 6 eyes, causing him to turn around subconsciously, while cold sweat broke out on the side of his face. Chu Guangchin appeared behind him unnoticed, the dagger in his hand flashed with lightning, and he stabbed at him at an unparalleled speed. Ji Fan, you are very perceptive. I didn't expect you to be able to see clearly the speed of my 3,000 thunderbolts. But you still slacked off and were obsessed with resolving the immediate crisis, but you ignored the real danger. Ting, ting. Ji Fan's unlimited technique was ruthlessly broken by Chu Guangchin's dagger. In Ji Fan's eyes full of surprise, Chu Guangchin stabbed the dagger into Ji Fan's neck. Click, poof. Blood splattered from his neck, and blood also flowed from the corners of Ji Fan's mouth. Ah, cough, cough. Ji Fan endured the severe pain and tried to hold the dagger with his hand to prevent it from going deeper. But Chu Guangchin didn't give Ji Fan a chance at all. He showed his white teeth and pulled the dagger down, sliding it all the way down Ji Fan's neck until he gutted Ji Fan. Click, poof. Blood flowed like a fountain, and through the wound, Ji Fan's ribs and internal organs could be clearly seen. Click, 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 click. Chu Guangchin's movements were smooth and smooth. While taking out the dagger, he stabbed Ji Yufan's thigh 4 times. Ji Yufan, whose thigh was injured, could not stand still and fell backward. The moment he fell, he raised his hand to attack Chu Guangchin with Kang. But Chu Guangchin's movements were too fast. He turned sideways to avoid the attack, and at the same time, his body spun like a top, tripping Ji Yufan down with his kick. The moment Ji Yufan fell to the ground, Chu Guangchin suddenly moved forward, raised the dagger, stabbed Ji Yufan's neck hard, and pushed Ji Yufan to the ground. Boom! The ground cracked open, and Ji Yufan fell to the ground motionless. His whole body was covered in blood, his pupils were dilated, and he seemed to have lost the breath of life. Finally, you've regained some of your status. Chu Guangchin shook off the blood on the dagger and showed his white teeth again. On the other side of the wilderness, everyone in the Ching Fang group was watching the ever-changing battle situation in the wilderness ahead. To be honest, Song Yaqian didn't see clearly the battle just now. All they knew was that Chu Guang was traveling through the wilderness as quickly as lightning, and in order to force Chu Guangchin back, Ji Yufan triggered a terrible hurricane, destroying everything around him. But before Song Yaqian could cheer for Ji Yufan's strength, Chu Guangchin's terrifying thunder-type moves immediately extinguished her enthusiasm. She happened to have heard of this thunder skill. The Lightning Chidori, an S-level skill, can summon 1,000 thunder birds at the same time to attack the enemy in all directions without blind spots. It is an extremely terrifying thunder skill. Just when Song Yaqian was worried about Ji Yufan again, Ji Yufan once again exceeded her expectations and successfully resolved the crisis. Seeing this scene, Song Yaqian regained hope and thought in her heart, if it's Ji Yufan, maybe he can defeat Chu Guangchin, after all. Ji Yufan is dead. Just when Song Yaqian was thinking this, the exclamation from Wang Lade made her unable to believe her ears. Song Yaqian quickly put away her thoughts and turned her gaze back to the battlefield. Ji Yufan. Looking at Ji Yufan lying in a pool of blood, Song Yaqian looked very dazed, and her voice was as weak as the chirping of insects. Wang Lade on the side is not much better than Song Yaqian, he also has a dull look. This scene happened so fast that Wang Lade had no time to react. He never thought that Ji Yufan, who had the advantage just now, would be killed by Chu Guangchin. No, Chu Guangchin is here, coming towards us. His target is us. Suddenly, Zhu Meng shouted urgently. What? Chu Guangchin is here. Why, do we have no grudge against him? Hearing Zhu Meng's urgent voice, Wang Lade and another male member with an injured shoulder came to their senses and said anxiously and in disbelief. How do I know? Anyway, he's already here. With his speed, we can't escape at all. Zhu Meng's pupils were trembling violently. In her sight, every second that passed, Chu Guangchin's figure suddenly moved forward a large distance. If they continue at this speed, Chu Guangchin will appear in front of them in less than 5 seconds. You little bugs, you have been watching the show here, do you really think I can't notice you? At this moment, a dark shadow flashed past, and Chu Guangchin suddenly appeared in front of everyone in the Ching Fang group. It is worth mentioning that Chu Guangchin took the dagger back, replaced it with a big knife, and carried the big knife on his shoulder. Chu Guangchin came here specially to silence them. Letting these little bugs back might cause trouble, so it would be easier to kill them. Of course, there is another reason that cannot be ignored. Ji Yufan is too lonely alone and needs to find a few people to accompany him. These people seem to know Ji Yufan. Wouldn't it be good to let them accompany Ji Yufan? Seeing Chu Guangchin coming, everyone in the Ching Fang regiment felt like they were facing a formidable enemy. They were sweating profusely and their hands holding weapons could not stop shaking. Hey, what's your reaction? Are you trying to fight me? You saw just now that someone as strong as Ji Yufan died in my hands. I advise you little bugs to save your energy and just accept death. Chu Guangchin mocked. Hey, I'm not dead yet. At this moment, an impossible sound came into Chu Guangchin's ears. Chu Guangchin was so shocked that he couldn't care less about the people in Ching Fang group in front of him. He quickly turned around and looked behind. The sky was getting brighter now, and the sunlight filtered through the clouds, not only dazzling the eyes, but also making the vision very poor. Chu Guangchin frowned and subconsciously blocked the sun with his hands. In his blurred vision, a figure that could not stand up appeared. It was Ji Yufan. Ji Yufan stood up again. It turned out that I heard it right. This voice was made by Ji Fan, who was supposed to be dead. He didn't just stand up, he walked over. Real or fake? Chu Guangchin was in a daze, and his tone of voice was very soft and full of uncertainty. It's so real, it's so alive and kicking. Now Ji Fan was more crazy than he should have been, and he shouted extremely excitedly. How can this be? Chu Guangchin was startled at first, and then said almost roaring, I have been a mercenary for more than 20 years. I have seen too many dead people, and I have killed many people with my own hands. I know the characteristics of dead people very well. You just now there is no doubt that he is dead. As a mercenary with more than 20 years of combat experience, Chu Guangchin could not have made such a low-level mistake. He made sure that Ji Fan was dead before he continued to hit him. There was no breathing, no heartbeat, a stiff expression, and dilated pupils. All these characteristics of the deceased appeared on Ji Fan. It was impossible to disguise them. No, 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 even though you have been a mercenary for more than 20 years, your common sense is still not enough. You are not as good as some smart primary school students. Do you know the concept of brain death? Although my breathing stopped, my heart stopped, and my pupils dilated, my brain was not dead. In other words, I'm not actually dead, I'm just dying. You should understand, right? Ji Fan explained thoughtfully. Just when Chu Guangchin's dagger penetrated his neck, he gave up everything and devoted himself wholeheartedly to the reversal technique. The system has said that there are two ways to obtain the reversal spell. One is to learn it on your own, and the other is to spend 5,000 points to forcibly unlock it. I don't have enough points now, so I have to rely on myself to realize it. The power of the spell is negative energy. Even if it can strengthen the body, it cannot regenerate it. Therefore, multiply the negative energy to get a positive, thus producing positive energy, which is the reversal of the spell. It sounds simple, but in fact it is difficult to master. However, he still succeeded, and before he died, he mastered the core of the curse. Under the treatment of the reversal technique, the wounds on his body healed quickly, and he quickly recovered from his near-death state. Although his clothes are in tatters and he is covered in blood, all the wounds on his body have healed and he is completely alive and well. Even if what you said is right and your brain does not die immediately, your brain will not survive long without the loss of body functions. Chu Guangchin roared, You're right about this, but I'm different from ordinary people. I have the ability to repair my body. The reason you failed is that you didn't chop off my head and pierce my head with a dagger. Ji Fan said with a crazy expression. Reason of failure. The battle has just begun, right? Chu Guangchin took off the knife from his shoulder, got into a fighting posture, and said confidently. Through this conversation with Ji Fan, Chu Guangchin roughly knew what was going on. Ji Fan has a very strong physical recovery ability. As long as he is not completely killed, he will be resurrected with full health after a period of time. But it's not a big deal. Ji Fan is resurrected this time, so he just needs to kill Ji Fan again. This time he won't give Ji Fan any chance. Ji Fan is resurrected. Song Yaqian's eyes widened with disbelief on her face. She had just seen Ji Fan fall with her own eyes. With such a serious injury and such a large amount of bleeding, ordinary people would have died long ago. But now Ji Fan not only stood up, but the wounds on his body seemed to have healed. It was completely unimaginable that Ji Fan, who was so lively and energetic, would be lying in a pool of blood with his pupils dilated less than a minute ago. Is this okay? Wang Lade was so shocked that he couldn't help himself. Resurrection from the dead is something that even a 9th-level healing power user cannot do. This is a miracle that only the legendary gods can do. Wang Lade couldn't figure out how Ji Fan stood up, and the wounds on his body seemed to have healed. Could it be that he was blessed by the gods? Wang Lade couldn't figure it out. He couldn't figure it out no matter what. So what if Ji Fan is resurrected? He is not going to be killed by Chu Guangchin. After Chu Guangchin kills Ji Fan, the next target will be us, and we will all die. Zhu Meng said pessimistically. That's true. Wang Lade sighed helplessly after hearing Zhu Meng's words. Since Chu Guangchin can kill Ji Fan for the first time, he can naturally kill Ji Fan for the second time. In the face of the absolute strength gap, no matter how many times you are resurrected, you will be killed. I believe Ji Fan. Song Yaqian said firmly. If Ji Yufan was killed by Chu Guangchin after his resurrection, wouldn't Ji Yufan's resurrection be meaningless? Song Yaqian believed that Ji Yufan's resurrection must be meaningful. If there was no hope of winning, Ji Yufan would not stand up. In the wilderness, Ji Yufan and Chu Guangchin stood looking at each other. Reason of failure. The battle has just begun, right? Chu Guangchin took off the knife from his shoulder, got into a fighting posture, and said confidently. Really? Yeah, maybe. Ji Yufan looked up at the sky, raised his hands, opened his arms, and laughed wildly. Electric Chidori. Chu Guangchin repeated his old tricks and once again released the S-level skill, the Electro Chidori. He knew very well that Ji Yufan's eyes were very sharp and could capture his figure when he turned on the 3000 thunderbolts. Without interference, it would be difficult for him to get close to Ji Yufan. Ultra Dian Chidori. This skill consumes extremely spiritual energy. Even if Chu Guangchin is a third-level advanced superpower user, he can only use it twice in a day. After this use, he can no longer use it today and can only wait until tomorrow. But this is not a problem. He will not make the same mistakes as in the past. He will completely obliterate Ji Yufan under the cover of 1,000 thunder and lightning birds. Do you really think that the same trick will work on me a second time? Reversal of the technique, maximum power, Kang. Ji Yufan gently raised his hand, and a blue sphere, Kang, appeared more than 10 meters above his head. Naturally, when he was talking to Chu Guangchin, he was not just talking. When talking, he was also chanting silently in his heart. At this moment, it was the time to release. Ha, ha, ha. The turbulent traction force exploded and began to pull all the targets around, and the Thunderbird was no exception. One after another, the lightning birds were captured by the traction force, deviated from their original orbit, and flew towards the Kang above Ji Yufan's head. In just a moment, 1,000 thunder and lightning birds were all swallowed up by Kang, turning Kang into a large lightning ball filled with thunder. Go, Kang! Ji Yufan put down his hand and threw the thunder-filled Kang towards Chu Guangchin. The current Kang is already at its maximum power, and with the blessing of the Electro Chidori, even if Chu Guangchin is a third-level advanced lightning power user, he will still be finished after taking this blow. What? There's still such a way to use it? Chu Guangchin was shocked. His S-level skill, the Electro Chidori, was so easily neutralized by Ji Yufan. Not only did he neutralize it, Ji Yufan even turned his Electro Chidori into his own weapon and attacked him in turn. 3,000 thunders. Chu Guangchin did not dare to be careless and quickly used the 3,000 thunderbolts to gallop across the wilderness to avoid Ji Yufan, the thunder-filled Kang. Boom! The power of Kang spread out, and the power of thunder exploded, blasting a large deep pit in the wilderness and raising a large mushroom cloud. Unfortunately, with the blessing of 3,000 thunderbolts, Chu Guangchin was extremely fast and was not directly hit by the power of thunder. However, Chu Guangchin was still hit by the subsequent wind pressure, but as a third-level advanced superpower, Chu Guangchin also had third-level spiritual armor protection. This kind of wind pressure couldn't hurt Chu Guangchin at all. He just swayed and didn't even fall to the ground. Call. Chu Guangchin forcibly stabilized his body, looked ahead cautiously, and exhaled a breath. Ha, ha, a gust of wind blew and the smoke dispersed. How's it going? Are you sweating profusely? At this time, Ji Yufan walked over leisurely. Ji Yufan, don't be complacent. Even without the Chidori, it will be easy to kill you. 3,000 thunders. Chu Guangchin stepped on the ground violently, and his figure surged out, like a speeding train, moving in front of Ji Yufan in just an instant. Thunder blade. The violent thunder and lightning moved wildly on the broadsword, and it slashed out with a powerful force like a broken bamboo, cutting straight into Ji Yufan's face. Ji Yufan dodged sideways and avoided the attack. It's not over yet. Chu Guangchin didn't give up, turned around, and swung his sword across again, trying to cut Ji Yufan in half. Ha, ha! Chu Guangchin swung his sword in the air, and Ji Yufan in front of him had long since disappeared. You know, infinity is everywhere, and my magic can bring it into reality. Pack. Divergent. Guess what will happen after encountering this void? At this moment, Ji Yufan's voice sounded. Hearing this, Chu Guangchin suddenly turned around with cold sweat on his face, and Ji Yufan moved behind him without anyone noticing, hanging strangely upside down in midair. These are not the important points. The important point is the red ball at Ji Yufan's fingertips, which is spinning constantly. The power emanating from it shocked even a third-level advanced thunder power user like him. What the hell is this? Chu Guangchin's heart was filled with turmoil. He knew deeply that if he was hit by this skill, even if he had a third-level spiritual defense, he would definitely die without any body parts. Spell reversal H. The corners of Ji Yufan's mouth raised, and a dazzling red light erupted from his fingertips, spreading forward and swallowing Chu Guangchin in an instant. Ting, boom. An unstoppable force burst out from Ji Yufan's fingertips, blowing Chu Guangchin away on the spot, destroying everything in front of him with overwhelming force. Chu Guangchin flew at least 500 meters all the way, and the wilderness was torn apart, raising huge smoke and dust. When the smoke dispersed, Chu Guangchin had fallen motionless on the ground. Most of his body was ruthlessly shattered by the shock wave of he. Just as he expected, there was no intact body left. After the roaring noise subsided, the entire wilderness suddenly became silent, and one after another looked forward in shock. Everyone in the Ching Fang group was horrified to find that a 500-meter-long slender scratch appeared on the wilderness that was originally lined with rocks and bushes. At the end of the scratch lay a mutilated corpse. This corpse was none other than Chu Guangchin, a third-level advanced lightning power user. Ji Yufan, just. 1. Song Yaqian opened her mouth slightly, looking at Chu Guangchin who was lying motionless on the ground with some disbelief. Song Yaqian thought that Ji Yufan would win, but she didn't expect that Ji Yufan would win so easily and ruthlessly kill Chu Guangchin with a crushing attitude. In this short period of time, Ji Yufan's strength soared, and Song Yaqian would never forget that dazzling red light. It seems so. Half of Chu Guangchin's body is gone. There is no doubt that he is dead. Seeing Chu Guangchin's tragic death, Wang Lade swallowed involuntarily. Ji Yufan's attack just now was really terrible. This level of destruction may have reached the limit of a third-level superpower. It's no wonder Chu Guangchin died so miserably. Is this the power of the magic reversal? Looking at the torn earth in front of him, and then at Chu Guangchin, whose body was mutilated and lying motionless on the ground, Ji Yufan couldn't help but sigh. The spell reversal is the spell reversal, and its output power is much higher than that of the spell reversal. It only took one blow to kill Chu Guangchin, who was a third-level advanced superpower user. Walking to Chu Guangchin's body, Ji Yufan saw the dagger in Chu Guangchin's hand and said thankfully, "Fortunately, Chu Guangchin was too late to use this dagger to block it, otherwise I would have destroyed this third-level spiritual weapon." Quote, "Third-level spiritual weapons are very valuable. The price is around 250 spiritual stones. If they are damaged by yourself, it will be a big loss." Ji Yufan squatted down gently, moved Chu Guangchin's right hand away, and removed the dagger from his hand. "I remember Chu Guangchin switched weapons, which means he also has a space ring." Having said this, Ji Yufan shifted his gaze to the left and saw a silver ring on the finger of Chu Guangchin's left hand. It was undoubtedly a space ring. Open the space ring. The space of this space ring is larger than your own, a full 5 cubic meters. There weren't many things inside, a broadsword, a long sword, an axe, and nothing else. Including the dagger in my hand, there are a total of 4 weapons. These are all third-level spiritual weapons. 1 is 250 spiritual stones, and 4 is 1,000 spiritual stones, which is quite a lot. Ji Yufan was a little happy. Unlike the last time when Shu Chang was a pauper, today this Chu Guangchin was obviously much richer. The 4 spiritual weapons are worth 1,000 spiritual stones. Coupled with this 5 cubic meter space ring, this harvest is quite rich. A 3 cubic meter space ring costs 1,000 spirit stones. The price of a 5 cubic meter space ring will not be less than 2,000 spirit stones. And these are just gains on the surface. In fact, his biggest gain is the reversal technique. This thing is worth 5,000 points, which is converted into 10,000 spirit stones, which is 100 million Daxia coins. This number is not small. The 5 cubic meter space ring is better than my original 3 cubic meter space ring. Let's replace it, and then recycle the original space ring through the system and exchange it for points. Well, I'll also recycle these third-level spiritual weapons. I either use fists or spells. I really don't have any use for these weapons. After that, Gu Fan removed the 3 cubic meter space ring and transferred the contents inside to the 5 cubic meter space ring. After completing this, open the system panel. Host Gu Fan. Level, second level, lower level. Superpower, 6 eyes partially awakened. Spiritual power, 1150. Skills, conversion of spell power, 10-stroke spell, Jing Ting Fist, Black Flash, reversal of spells, stopping power, reversal of spells Kang, reversal of spells He, virtual style Shink cannot be used, boxing proficiency advanced. Points, 623. Quickly scroll to the bottom, click on the details behind the points, and with a ding, the item recovery window pops up. Gu Fan did not hesitate and threw the 3 cubic meter space ring into the system recycling window. 3 cubic meters space ring, 500 points. Recycle or not? A new window pops up. Gu Fan didn't care about this, but threw in all 4 third-level spiritual weapons one after another. Level 3 spiritual weapon, 125 points. Recycle or not? 4 such windows pop up. Gu Fan clicked 5 times to agree, and soon, 1000 points arrived. Points, 623. Right pointing arrow 1623. Returning to reality, Gu Fan looked at Chu Guangchin's body again. After finding that there was nothing to loot, he looked away. At this moment, everyone in the Ching Fang group came over and saw Chu Guangchin's body on the ground, and everyone was in mourning. You are not injured, are you? Seeing everyone coming, Gu Fan asked with a smile. Well, we're all fine. Song Yaqian nodded slightly. It's okay. It's going to be dark soon. It's not a good time to stay here for a long time. Let's leave quickly. Gu Fan said. Song Yaqian nodded again. After answering softly, Song Yaqian suddenly became excited. Gu Fan, I originally promised that I would repay you when I met you, but I didn't expect that after we met again, we were saved by you again. Now we really have nothing to repay. Quote. It doesn't count as saving you. This Chu Guangchin came for me. You were just implicated. You don't need to thank me for anything. Gu Fan said. That's not the case. We were indeed saved by you. If you hadn't stood up just now, we would have been killed by Chu Guangchin. Song Yaqian shook her head. Gu Fan did not insist anymore and acquiesced to Song Yaqian's statement. Since Song Yaqian insisted on thanking him, he could only accept it silently. In this way, Gu Fan and his party left the wilderness area and returned to the town of low-level superpowers. The town of low-level superpowers is very lively at night, with all kinds of shops brightly lit. Under Song Yaqian's recommendation, Gu Fan came to a high-end hotel. Now his clothes were in tatters and covered in blood. He really needed to be cleaned properly. Shua. After rinsing, Gu Fan walked out of the bathroom. After cleaning and changing his clothes, he now looked brand new. Lying on the bed, Gu Fan began to think about his future plans. If nothing unexpected happened, the news of Chu Guangchin's murder would spread throughout the town of low-level superpowers tomorrow. On the way back, the conversation with the Ching Fang group gave Gu Fan a clearer understanding of the Blood Wolf group. The Blood Wolf group is a well-known mercenary team in Tianyang City. Its leader is Zhou Zhengming, a 4th-level intermediate superpower user, and all members of the Blood Wolf group are 3rd-level superpower users or above. It seems that I can't stay in this place for too long. I will go to the wilderness area tomorrow morning and take the train back to the Magic City Academy in the afternoon. It's better to be cautious. Chu Guangchin, an elite member, is dead. God knows whether the Blood Wolf group will be crazy to retaliate against me. If the Blood Wolf group wants to retaliate against me, with my current strength, I'm afraid it will be difficult to deal with it. I will definitely not be able to defeat Zhou Zhengming, the leader of the Blood Wolf group. After all, he is a 4th-level intermediate superpower. Lying on the bed, Gu Fan analyzed this. Time comes the next day. Phew, feel good. Gu Fan got up from the bed and stretched out greatly. The time now is 7 o'clock in the morning. Since he went to bed very early yesterday, Gu Fan woke up naturally before the alarm clock went off. After this sleep, yesterday's fatigue is gone, and the whole person feels refreshed. After washing up, Ji Fan put on a black battle suit, which he bought specially yesterday to make himself less conspicuous. Of course, the shoes were also changed, from the original sneakers to black combat boots. Since the battle clothes and boots are the cheapest first-level spiritual armor, they are not expensive and only cost Ji Fan 20 spiritual stones. In addition, combat uniforms and combat boots can also be recycled through the system. As long as they are not seriously damaged, they can be exchanged for points at the original price, which is equivalent to free prostitution. At this time, there were not many hunters going to the wilderness area, and there was no need to queue. Ji Fan arrived at the wilderness area smoothly. This time, Ji Fan's destination was the giant tree forest. Because he was familiar with the route, he could save a lot of time, and the quality of the ferocious beasts there was pretty good. Today, I'll lower my requirements a bit. I'll stop after harvesting 5,000 points. I'll also collect the mission materials from the Magic City Academy. After setting his goal, Ji Fan rushed out. Soon, the time came to noon. In the morning, Chu Guangchin's body was discovered. It looked exactly the same as yesterday, and its position had not even moved. This is because Chu Guangchin is a third-level advanced superpower user. Even if he dies, the spiritual power in his body has not completely dissipated. Its leaked aura made the first-order and second-order ferocious beasts outside the wilderness dare not approach at all. Soon, the news of Chu Guangchin's death spread throughout the streets and alleys of the low-level supernatural town. For some reason, the news that Ji Fan was the murderer also spread a lot. Chu Guangchin was killed by Ji Fan. Who is Ji Fan? Ji Fan is the young man wearing casual clothes and sneakers yesterday. You must have an impression. Ah, is he Ji Fan? I seem to have laughed at him yesterday, for being a novice. Alas, our vision is too narrow and we cannot understand the style of the strong. Ji Fan doesn't wear combat clothes or boots, that's because he doesn't need them at all. For a time, there was extensive discussion in the low-level supernatural town, and no one was not shocked by this incident. People were surprised to find that the person they laughed at yesterday was actually a boss who single-handedly killed a third-level high-level superpower. The clown they talked about was not the real clown. The real clown turned out to be themselves. Tianyang City, a luxurious compound. This is the headquarters of the Blood Wolf Group. At this time, the group leader Zhou Zhengming was sitting on a large mahogany chair and sipping tea leisurely. Suddenly, a member of the Blood Wolf Group ran in and said in a panic, "Brother Zhou, it's bad, something big has happened. Just tell me if something happens. Why are you in such a panic? When have we, the Blood Wolf Group, ever been afraid of trouble?" Zhou Zhengming was a little unhappy at having his peace disturbed. "Chu Guangchin is dead," the members of the Blood Wolf Group said eagerly. "What did you say? Chu Guangchin is dead?" Zhou Zhengming stood up suddenly, the teacup in his hand fell to the ground, and the tea flowed all over the floor. "How is that possible? Chu Guangchin is a third-level high-level superpower user, which is the highest level in a low-level superpower town." Zhou Zhengming's face was full of disbelief. "Brother Zhou, I can't believe it either, but this is indeed true. You can see it clearly in the photo." The members of the Blood Wolf Group said eagerly. "Photos, show me," Zhou Zhengming ordered. "Brother Zhou, take a look." The member of the Blood Wolf Group handed over the phone. After watching, Zhou Zhengming's expression kept changing, and finally he sighed in frustration and asked, "Who killed Chu Guangchin?" "It is said that it is Ji Fan." The members of the Blood Wolf Group stammered. "What nonsense are you talking about? Ji Fan is just a second-level low-level superpower user. Can he kill Chu Guangchin, a third-level high-level superpower user?" Zhou Zhengming roared, and the terrifying coercion of the fourth-level superpower swept through the entire room. "This is indeed true. There are witnesses at the scene. This matter has been spread in the town of low-level superpowers," the members of the Blood Wolf Group explained. After hearing the explanations from the members of the Blood Wolf Group, Zhou Zhengming calmed down. He remembered what Su Chaolong had said to him, saying that Ji Fan was a very evil boy and his strength was comparable to that of a third-level intermediate superpower. Now that we have crossed several levels in a row, it seems that it is not impossible to cross one more level. "Get out." Zhou Zhengming sent the members of the Blood Wolf Group out and sat on a chair alone, lost in thought. Su Chaolong, isn't this harming me? After thinking for a moment, Zhou Zhengming cursed angrily. Originally, this matter had nothing to do with him, but Su Chaolong, the eldest son of the Su family, came to him and asked him to teach Ji Yufan a lesson. It's good now. Ji Yufan didn't learn a lesson and his men were killed. This wasn't the end of the story. Chu Guangchin was sent out by himself, which meant that he had offended Ji Yufan now. Ji Yufan is so scary. A second-level subordinate can kill Chu Guangchin, a third-level superior. What if he grows up? Now there are only two paths. One is to kill Ji Yufan before he grows up to avoid future troubles. But this road is not feasible. Ji Yufan is a student at the Demon City Academy. How can he kill at will? Not only that, Ji Yufan's current terrifying performance is unheard of even in history, let alone now. A second-level lower-level superpower user single-handedly killed a third-level upper-level superpower user. If such a rare genius like this was killed by him, not to mention that the Demon City Academy would retaliate, the whole of Daxia would be outraged. This consequence was not something he could bear. So, there was only one other option. He wanted to go to Ji Yufan in person to apologize. Even if he had to kneel down to Ji Yufan, he had to make Ji Yufan forgive him. Tianyang City, a small town for low-level superpowers. Low-level wilderness area, giant tree forest. The time came to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, I got the 5,000 points and collected all the mission materials. Now go back, just in time to catch the evening train. Ji Yufan put away his fist and moved suddenly. At the same time, at the exit of the low-level wilderness area. Look, it's the Blood Wolf group. There are a lot of people here, dozens of them. What are they here to do? What else can we do? It must be revenge on Ji Yufan. Ji Yufan killed the elite members of their Blood Wolf group. Of course the Blood Wolf group will not swallow his anger. That man is so scary and oppressive. Who is he and why is he here? Don't you even know Brother Zhou? He is the leader of the Blood Wolf Regiment and a 4th-level intermediate superpower. Now Ji Yufan is done with it. The 4th-level intermediate superpowers and dozens of 3rd-level superpowers are blocking the door to look for him. Ji Yufan may not be able to escape even if he has wings. The already lively town of low-level superpowers has become even more lively now. People are finding good seats one after another, eating happily, and looking forward to a good show that is about to happen. Today's low-level superpower town is particularly different. The exit of the low-level wilderness area is surrounded by people, but there is a large open space left at the exit. At the exit of the low-level wilderness area, more than 30 members of the Blood Wolf group were wearing uniforms. They lined up in 2 rows, one on the left and one on the right, leaving a long aisle in the middle. Standing at the end of the aisle was a middle-aged man of moderate size. He was Zhou Zhengming, the leader of the Blood Wolf Regiment, or Brother Zhou for short. At this time, Ji Yufan had just returned from the giant tree forest. Just as Ji Yufan was about to step out of the wilderness area, he saw this scene in front of him. What's going on? It's such a big battle. Ji Yufan's heart skipped a beat, and at the same time, his steps subconsciously stopped. This is the Blood Wolf group. Ji Yufan took a closer look and saw that the clothes of these superpowers all had the pattern of a wolf with a fierce look on their eyes. It looked like a Blood Wolf group. I didn't expect the Blood Wolf group to move so fast. Ji Yufan couldn't help but feel a little troubled. He could see that these more than 30 superpowers were all 3rd-level superpowers, and many of them had 3rd-level advanced superpowers. These are not the important points. The important point is that the middle-aged man at the end of the passage has an aura that is obviously different from others. If his guess is correct, this person is Zhou Zhengming, the leader of the Blood Wolf group, a 4th-level intermediate superpower user. I have no choice. I've come here, so I have no choice but to get in. Ji Yufan took a deep breath and walked out. Seeing Ji Yufan coming, Zhou Zhengming also took a deep breath and walked forward. The two met in the middle of the aisle. If I guess correctly, you are Brother Zhou. Why did you come here specifically today? Are you here to kill me? Ji Yufan was the first to ask. No. Zhou Zhengming shook his head in panic. Brother Ji Yu, please stop scaring me. I am timid and cannot bear to be scared. Even if you give me 10 courages, I will not dare to kill you. Zhou Zhengming said flatteringly. Seeing Zhou Zhengming's reaction like this, Ji Yufan was a little surprised. It turned out that Brother Zhou was not here to kill him. Judging from his posture, he probably came to seek peace with him. Thinking of this, Ji Yufan showed a smile and asked knowingly, "You are not here to kill me, what are you here for?" "Brother Ji Yu, I'm here to apologize to you. My little brother is wrong. I shouldn't have sent Chu Guangchin to deal with you. Now that Chu Guangchin is dead, please show your kindness and forgive me." Zhou Zhengming said sincerely. "Brother Zhou, isn't your request unreasonable? You have sent people to kill me, and you still want me to forgive you?" Ji Yufan said with a smile. "Brother Ji Yu, no, I told Chu Guangchin to teach you a lesson, not to kill you. My little brother even specifically told Chu Guangchin to show mercy. It's his own decision and it's none of my business." Zhou Zhengming said anxiously. "Oh, that's it. Then tell me what you told Chu Guangchin and how you asked him to teach me a lesson." Ji Yufan grinned. Zhou Zhengming was speechless for a moment. You can't say that he wants to break Ji Yufan's legs and lose his arms, right? If this was revealed, how could Ji Yufan forgive him? "Are you going to break one of my legs and then use up one of my arms?" Ji Yufan said. "Brother Ji Yu, you can't blame me for this. It was Su Chaolong who asked me to do this. Su Chaolong is the young master of the Su group. He is rich and powerful. This little brother, the leader of the Blood Wolf group, cannot be offended. My little brother has no choice but to follow Su Chaolong's request. Brother Ji Yu, you have a lot of money, please spare me this time." As soon as he finished speaking, there was a plop, and Zhou Zhengming knelt in front of Ji Yufan. As soon as this scene appeared, everyone was shocked. Brother Zhou, the more than 30 members of the Blood Wolf group were all dumbfounded. They knew that Brother Zhou would apologize to Ji Yufan, but they never thought that Brother Zhou would kneel down and apologize to Ji Yufan. Who is Brother Zhou? The leader of the Blood Wolf group, a 4th-level intermediate superpower user, is a walking presence in Tianyang City. But Brother Zhou, who is so beautiful, actually knelt in front of a junior like Ji Yufan today, which made the more than 30 members of the Blood Wolf group unable to believe it. This script is wrong. Shouldn't Zhou Zhengming beat Ji Yufan violently and then take him back? What is going on? Why did Zhou Zhengming kneel down and apologize to Ji Yufan instead? How is this possible? Zhou Zhengming, a dignified 4th-level superpower, actually apologized to a junior like Ji Yufan and admitted his mistake. Someone please hit me and let me know if I'm dreaming. Family, who knows? Ji Yufan killed the members of the Blood Wolf group. Not only did the Blood Wolf group not retaliate, their leader actually knelt down and apologized to Ji Yufan. The people around me were excited. They were surprised to find that the script was completely different from what they thought. The reason why the Blood Wolf group came here was not to retaliate against Ji Yufan. On the contrary, they came to apologize to Ji Yufan. Even the leader of the Blood Wolf group knelt down and begged Ji Yufan for forgiveness. It is indeed Su Chaolong. Ji Yufan fell silent and said secretly in his heart. It seemed that his guess was correct. The instigator of this incident was none other than Su Chaolong, who had said harsh words to him that day. To be honest, people like Zhou Zhengming are not uncommon in Blue Star society. It may be coercion or inducement. In short, Zhou Zhengming was driven by Su Chaolong to deal with him, and he had no grudge against him beforehand. Ji Yufan actually didn't have much resentment against Zhou Zhengming. The person Ji Yufan really wanted to take revenge on was not Zhou Zhengming, but the source of all this, Su Chaolong. However, this is not a reason to let Zhou Zhengming go. Since he has provoked himself, he must show some sincerity. Simply kneeling down is naturally not enough. Spare you. I don't know whether you accepted Su Chaolong's benefits or were coerced by him, but no matter which it is, this is not the reason for you to send someone to teach me a lesson. Ji Yufan said condescendingly. It's my fault. I deserve death. I hope Brother Ji Yu can forgive me this time. This kind of thing will never happen again. Hearing this, Zhou Zhengming apologized to Ji Yufan in panic and almost kowtowed to Ji Yufan. I know you are the middleman, so I won't embarrass you. You can pay me 5,000 spiritual stones and this matter will be over. Ji Yufan stretched out 5 fingers and said coldly. As soon as these words came out, the whole place was in an uproar. The expressions of the more than 30 members of the Blood Wolf group standing in 2 rows around Ji Yu Fan changed greatly, and the auras of third-level superpowers were subconsciously released from their bodies. In the eyes of these members of the Blood Wolf group, this Ji Yu Fan was completely shameless. Brother Joe even knelt down and apologized to him, but he still refused to give in. The lion even opened his mouth and said it was 5,000 spirit stones. This was completely disrespectful of their Blood Wolf group. 5,000 spirit stones, but 50 million Daxia coins. Such a rude request may even make Brother Joe furious. These members of the Blood Wolf group are waiting for Brother Joe's order. As long as Brother Joe gives the order, they will immediately execute Ji Yu Fan on the spot. 5,000 spirit stones. Zhou Zhengming's face turned uglier than a dead person. In order to settle the matter, he originally planned to give 1,000 spirit stones to Ji Yu Fan as compensation. Unexpectedly, before he could speak, Ji Yu Fan spoke first, and as soon as he spoke, he received 5,000 spirit stones, which was 5 times what he expected. 5,000 spirit stones are 50 million Daxia coins, not a small amount. Even if he is the leader of the Blood Wolf group and a 4th-level intermediate superpower user, it would be very painful for him to take out this large sum of money. You know, a 4th-level spiritual weapon costs only 1,250 spiritual stones, and these 5,000 spiritual stones are enough to buy 4 of them. Su Chaolong. Zhou Zhengming's heart was bleeding now. It was impossible for him to fall out with Ji Yu Fan, so he could only grit his teeth and give 5,000 spirit stones. Ji Yu Fan is backed by the Demon City Academy, and his potential is unprecedented. He cannot kill him, nor can he ignore him. With Ji Yu Fan's potential, he will definitely become stronger than him within a year. When Ji Yu Fan comes to take revenge, won't he be doomed? And all this was due to the call Su Chaolong made to him. If he had known what would happen today, he would not have answered the call at that time. Unfortunately, there is no regret medicine in this world, so Zhou Zhengming could only curse Su Chaolong in his heart. After taking a deep breath, Zhou Zhengming stood up with a low expression. Seeing this scene, the more than 30 members of the Blood Wolf group were all overjoyed. Brother Joe was their leader, and when their leader knelt down for others, their faces naturally became dull. However, it was different now. Brother Joe stood up, still with a downcast face. It seemed that Brother Joe couldn't bear it anymore and decided to educate Ji Yu Fan. The more than 30 members of the Blood Wolf group took out their weapons and stared at Ji Yu Fan. As long as Brother Joe gave the order, they would attack immediately. This Ji Yu Fan is really ignorant and doesn't know how to be a good person. Is this okay? Haha, there will be a good show next. That's right, Zhou Zhengming has lowered his attitude to such a low level, and Ji Yu Fan still refuses to give in, and even opens his mouth like a lion. This weak Zhengming, even a saint, won't be able to bear it. Oh, this is the result of being greedy. You don't know how to give up when you see a good thing, but you have to push the envelope even further. Now there are more than 33rd level superpower users ready to make a move. I'm afraid Ji Yu Fan won't be able to escape even if he has wings. Quote. This scene was naturally seen by the onlookers who were watching the melon eating. They had an attitude of just watching the fun and not taking it too seriously, and started a heated discussion about it. What are you doing? Put down your weapons. Zhou Zhengming looked around and roared. Hearing Brother Joe's roar, the more than 30 members of the Blood Wolf group looked blank. They looked left and right, highly doubting that they had heard the wrong words. Didn't you hear that? Put down the weapon. Seeing that the members were still moving, Zhou Zhengming roared again. At this moment, the more than 30 members of the Blood Wolf group reacted and put away their weapons. The members of the Blood Wolf group had doubts in their eyes. It turned out that they had heard correctly. It was Brother Joe who ordered them to put away their weapons. Brother Ji Yu, these young men are ignorant and make you laugh. Here are 5,000 spiritual stones. Please accept them with a smile. Zhou Zhengming forced a smile, took out 5,000 spirit stones from the space ring, and handed it to Ji Yu Fan. Ji Yu Fan took the 5,000 spirit stones, counted them, and transferred them to his space ring. Well, that's right, I'll forgive you this time. I have to catch the train next, so I'll leave first. After saying that, Ji Yu Fan waved his hand and walked away. Thank you, Brother Gu. Brother Gu, walk slowly, I won't send you off. Zhou Zhengming also waved. Just like that, Gu Fan drifted away from the confused gazes and disappeared into the distance. The more than 30 members of the Blood Wolf group were all dumbfounded. They never expected that Brother Zhou, who was usually so arrogant in front of them. After being humbled to such an extent in front of Gu Fan, a very unreal feeling rushed into their hearts, causing them to wipe their eyes subconsciously. Who dares to believe it? Zhou Zhengming actually endured it again. Not only did he stop his men, he also obediently apologized to Gu Fan and admitted his mistake. I remember that Brother Zhou is a person with a very bad temper. He took the wrong medicine today. Why did he become more submissive than a dog in front of Gu Fan? Is this still the Blood Wolf group, which is famous for its terror and cruelty? One of its members was killed, and the leader happily gave money to the murderer. Quote. Not only the more than 30 members of the Blood Wolf group, but also the people watching were dumbfounded. They didn't expect that the story would not start according to the script. Zhou Zhengming actually honestly compensated Gu Fan a huge sum of 5,000 spirit stones. Such an abnormal behavior shocked the onlookers. Brother Zhou, are you going to let this kid go like this? A member of the Blood Wolf group couldn't help but say. What else? Zhou Zhengming retorted, and then sighed. We can't afford to offend this kid, so let's go and go back. Just like that, this farce ended. On the speeding train, Gu Fan, who had nothing to do, began to take stock of the gains from the trip. Although this trip only lasted for less than 2 days, the harvest was far greater than I expected. Open the system panel. Host Gu Fan. Level, second level, lower level. Superpower, 6 eyes partially awakened. Spiritual power, 1150. Skills, conversion of spell power, 10-stroke spell, Jing Fist, Black Flash, reversal of spells, stopping power, reversal of spells Kang, reversal of spells He, virtual style Shink cannot be used, boxing proficiency advanced. Points, 6,634. The first is spiritual power. His current spiritual power is 1150 points, far exceeding the previous 550 points. Not surprisingly, this spiritual power is enough to reach the second level. In other words, before upgrading to the third level, I don't need to add any more spiritual power. Then there is the reversal technique. Now that I have learned the reversal technique, I can learn it for free without spending points. Under the reversal technique, ordinary wounds can be healed in minutes. Even fatal injuries can take some time to recover as before. It can be said that now his defense has risen to a higher level again, and his life has become harder than before. Since he understood the reversal technique, he can now use the reversal technique normally, and his attack has also been improved to a higher level. There are also points. The current points have reached 6,634, which is enough for me to upgrade 2 levels in a row. Finally, there are spirit stones. There are about 6,000 spirit stones now, which can be converted into 3,000 points, which is not a small number. Comfortable. After taking stock of the harvest, Gu Fan was so happy that he almost screamed. The next stop is Modu Station. Passengers who need to get off, please prepare to get off in advance. The announcement on the train sounded. Ding dong, ding dong. The door of the train slowly opened, and Gu Fan's mouth showed a dangerous arc, and he walked silently off the train, following the flow of people. Next, Su Chaolong, how dare you find someone to teach me a lesson? You're really not afraid of me taking revenge, are you? Su Chaolong, don't let me catch you. After getting off the train, Gu Fan was walking and thinking. The matter with the Blood Wolf group has been resolved, and the next one is naturally Su Chaolong. As the instigator of this incident, Gu Fan will certainly not be kind enough to let him go. Tooth for tooth, double repay. This is Gu Fan's rule. It's still early now. If you take a taxi, you can get back to the Magic City Academy at around 5 o'clock. If you can make it to the last class time, and if Su Chaolong happens to have a class, don't blame him for being rude. Walk out of Modu Station and come to the outside of Modu Station. There were many taxis nearby, and Gu Fan successfully got into one with just a wave of his hand. After getting out of the taxi, he walked to the gate of the Magic City Academy. After taking out his student ID card to verify his identity, Ji Yufan returned to the Magic City Academy smoothly. While walking on campus, Ji Yufan found out about Su Chaolong's class and classroom without much effort. Weapons Department Class 1, Teaching Building No. 5, Classroom No. 203. This is because Su Chaolong is very high profile on weekdays. Most students have heard of him and it is not difficult to ask questions at all. After thanking passers-by, Ji Yufan walked towards Classroom 203, Building 5. Teaching Building No. 5, Classroom No. 203. The instructor plays PPT in class. The students in the front row are listening carefully, while the students in the back row are more relaxed. Su Chaolong is one of them. He is sitting in the last row of the classroom playing with his mobile phone. While playing, he smiles silly, as if he has encountered something happy. Ding 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 ding. Suddenly, the get out of class bell rang. Okay, today's class is over. After the instructor finished speaking, he left the classroom. At this time, the classroom became noisy, and the students got up and walked towards the door of the classroom. Su Chaolong was busy playing with his mobile phone and did not leave the classroom immediately. When he put his mobile phone back in his trouser pocket, more than half of the class had already left. I had several classes today, and they were really boring. I'll relax some more in the evening. By the way, it's been a day. Most of the thugs sent by Brother Joe have already left. I'll go ask Brother Joe in the evening and see how Ji Yufan is doing. Su Chaolong stood up from his seat and muttered to himself. At this moment, he glanced at the back door of the classroom. It was clearly after school time, but a student walked in unusually. This student seemed familiar to him. Suddenly, with a thump in his heart, Su Chaolong recognized this student. It was Ji Yufan who walked into the classroom that he had longed for. How is this going? Shouldn't Ji Yufan be in the low-level psychic town in Tianyang City? Also, didn't Brother Joe already send thugs over as promised? How did Ji Yufan come back intact? Ji Yufan, why are you here? Su Chaolong exclaimed. Why can't I be here? Ji Yufan asked with a smile. You are not. Su Chaolong covered his mouth mid-sentence, realizing that he had spilled the beans. Why, don't you want to continue talking? Ji Yufan stepped forward. Why did you come to me? Su Chaolong retreated subconsciously. Asking questions knowingly, Ji Yufan suddenly got angry, grabbed Su Chaolong's head, and pushed him down to the ground of the classroom. Boom! There was a loud noise, and the whole classroom was shaking. This sight made the students who had not yet had time to leave were stunned. Ji Yufan actually dared to hit someone in the classroom. This Ji Yufan was simply lawless and regarded the school rules as nothing. There are surveillance cameras in the classroom, and even if students like them don't report it, Ji Yufan will be punished by the school afterwards. After eating Ji Yufan's blow, Su Chaolong collapsed on the ground. He was so dizzy that it was difficult to stand up. His head was smashed and red blood flowed out. Don't you want to break one of my legs and use one of my arms? What's wrong? Why are you lying on the ground motionless? Ji Yufan said condescendingly. Su Chaolong was full of questions. What's going on? How did Ji Yufan know what he was thinking? Even if he knew, he should still be missing arms and legs. Could it be that the thugs sent by Brother Joe failed? You're not talking, are you? I'll make you talk. Ji Yufan stepped on Su Chaolong's arm, and with a click, Su Chaolong's arm was abruptly broken off. Ah! Su Chaolong let out a painful cry. The severe pain of his broken arm made him sweat profusely, and his facial expression was distorted in pain. Next, calves, Ji Yufan declared ruthlessly. Ji Yufan, wait, it was my fault, let me go, please let me go. Seeing that Ji Yufan was not ready to stop and would continue to crush his calf, Su Chaolong quickly shouted and begged Ji Yufan for mercy. Let you go, dream. After that, Ji Yufan stepped on Su Chaolong's calf mercilessly, and with another click, Su Chaolong's calf was also stepped on and broken by Ji Yufan. Ah! This time, Su Chaolong's wails were louder and spread throughout the classroom. Seeing that the situation began to escalate, the students were frightened. Some screamed and ran away, some shouted to call the teacher, and some directly dialed the instructor's phone. They knew that if they continued to let it go, Su Chaolong might be killed by Ji Yufan. Next, Calves, Ji Yu Fan declared ruthlessly. Ji Yu Fan, wait, don't do this. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. I just wanted to cripple one of your hands and one of your feet. Now you have crippled one of my hands and one of my feet. You've come back with revenge, so just let me go. Seeing that Ji Yu Fan wanted to continue, Su Chaolong panicked completely and begged Ji Yu Fan to stop. But how could Ji Yu Fan stop? Ji Yu Fan showed a cruel smile and said, tit for tooth, repay twice as much, it won't work without double the amount. After that, he stepped on Su Chaolong's other calf, and with a click, the bone broke again. Ah 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 ah. Su Chaolong howled like a killing pig, and just hearing the sound made people feel horrified. Next, arms, Ji Yu Fan declared ruthlessly. No, Ji Yu Fan, no. Su Chaolong shouted in horror. Ji Yu Fan ignored Su Chaolong and stepped on Su Chaolong's last arm. With a click, Su Chaolong's hands and feet were all destroyed. Ah! Su Chaolong let out the most miserable scream so far, and the sound even spread throughout the entire teaching building. Su Chaolong, you are very lucky. I'm sorry you didn't send someone to kill me, so I'll stop here and let you go. But I won't be so lucky next time. If you try to find someone to take revenge on me, as long as I am still alive, no matter where you escape, I will find you and kill you. After Ji Yu Fan cast a kind look, he left the classroom without looking back. Magic City Academy, Principal's Office. Ji Yu Fan, please tell me what happened. Principal Fang Henghua said seriously. The thing is like this. Ji Yu Fan told the story clearly. Not long after Ji Yu Fan finished teaching Su Chaolong and walked out of the classroom, a group of teachers surrounded him. Because Su Chaolong's injury was too serious, he was immediately sent to the school's infirmary. In the end, the incident became so big that it even alerted the principal. Ji Yu Fan was also taken to the principal's office by his teacher. Ji Yu Fan's punishment would be decided by the principal. I see. Principal Fang Henghua suddenly realized that he had been thinking about the grudge between Ji Yu Fan and Su Chaolong and wanted to do such a cruel thing. After hearing Ji Yu Fan's explanation, he understood all this. Since it was Su Chaolong who was at fault first, we at the Magic City Academy will not pursue this matter. Principal Fang Henghua sighed. As the first freshman in the Magic City Academy, Ji Yu Fan, as the principal, is really not easy to punish Ji Yu Fan. In addition, Su Chaolong was indeed the instigator of this incident. It was Su Chaolong who sent thugs to attack Ji Yu Fan first, so it was understandable that Ji Yu Fan would retaliate. Taken together, it is better not to pursue the case. Thank you, Principal Fang, for your understanding. Hearing that the principal did not pursue the matter, Ji Yu Fan quickly thanked him. Ji Yu Fan was also very surprised by the verdict. He thought he would be punished for making such a big fuss this time, but he didn't expect that the principal would just let him go. Ji Yu Fan, you are also at fault in this matter. You should not have done it in the classroom or in public. As a student of the Magic City Academy, it is not okay to not abide by the school rules. You can't do it again next time. Principal Fang Henghua said seriously. Not next time. Ji Yu Fan agreed immediately. Saying this, it is not certain whether you will do it or not. After hearing Ji Yu Fan's reply, Principal Fang Henghua nodded with satisfaction and said, okay, let's go. Magic City Academy, Infirmary. Su Chaolong was lying on the hospital bed, his hands, feet and head covered with bandages, unable to move. Su Chaolong, who was lying on the bed, became more and more angry as he thought about it, and dialed Brother Joe's number through the eye on his mobile phone. Brother Joe, what is going on? How did Ji Yu Fan come back unscathed? This is different from what you promised. Didn't you tell me to be at ease and just wait for your good news? After the call was dialed, Su Chaolong asked. Young Master Su, I can't blame you, Brother Joe. It's because the information you provided was wrong. Brother Joe, I was also tricked by you. Zhou Zhengming's voice came from the phone. The information is wrong. Su Chaolong said doubtfully. Master Su, don't you know, this Ji Yu Fanqiang is outrageous. He directly killed the third-level high-level superpower user I sent. Zhou Zhengming's voice came from the phone. What? Su Chaolong said in shock. This is a third-level high-level superpower, the strongest among low-level superpowers. Ji Fan obviously only has a second-level low-level superpower, so this is absolutely impossible to happen. Young Master Su, I have something else to do, so I'll hang up first. Click. The call is interrupted. Impossible, this is absolutely impossible. Looking at the cell phone with the screen gradually extinguishing, Su Chaolong roared in disbelief. A month passed before I knew it. Since he had plenty of points, Ji Fan had not gone out during this month. Apart from going to class, he was doing training to adapt and stabilize his spiritual power every day, in order to shorten the cooldown time for upgrades. My body has almost adapted. As expected, I will be able to upgrade again this week and become a second-level advanced superpower user. That's right, after a month of accumulation, Ji Fan is now a second-level intermediate superpower user, and is only one step away from the second-level upper level. Open the system panel. Host Ji Fan. Level, second-level intermediate. Superpower, 6 eyes partially awakened. Spiritual power, 1350. Skills, conversion of spell power, 10-stroke spell, Jing Ting Fist, Black Flash, reversal of spells, stopping power, reversal of spells Kang, reversal of spells He, virtual style Shink cannot be used boxing proficiency advanced. Points 5134. There are 2 conditions for upgrading from the second-level intermediate level to the second-level advanced level. One is to reach 1200 spiritual power, and the other is to spend 2500 points. It just so happened that Ji Fan met all these 2 conditions. When he upgraded to the second-level intermediate level, his spiritual power also increased by 200, becoming 1350 spiritual power. Now he can upgrade again as long as the cooldown time is restored. And this cooling time will not take long to recover, it can be said that it is just around the corner. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Suddenly, Ji Fan's pocket started to vibrate. Ji Fan took out the mobile phone in his pocket. It was the Principal Fang Henghua calling. After clicking the connect button, the voice of Principal Fang Henghua came from the phone. Ji Fan, come to my office. Just when Ji Fan was about to speak, Principal Fang Henghua's call had been interrupted. What are you doing? Forget it, let's go to the principal's office. Although Ji Fan was a little confused, he still left for the principal's office. After all, the principal didn't hold him accountable last time, so in return he had to give the principal some face. Magic City Academy, principal's office. Ji Fan, it's like this. The Freshman League of the 8 schools will be held soon, in just 2 days. Principal Fang Henghua said straight to the point. 8-school Freshman League, Ji Fan said doubtfully. The participating schools are all top universities in Daxia, and our rivals, Kyoto University and Imperial University, will also participate. The competition format of the 8 schools Freshman League is a team battle. Each school sends 5 students to form a team, which is divided into 2 parts, hunting ferocious beasts and supernatural power showdown. Principal Fang Henghua explained. Did the principal come to me to ask me to compete? Ji Fan asked. That's right, Ji Fan, I hope you can serve as the team leader and represent our Magic City Academy in this competition. Principal Fang Henghua nodded and said. Ji Fan fell silent, seeming to be thinking. The rewards of the 8-school Freshman League are extremely generous, especially the rewards for the champion, which cannot be compared to our internal competitions within the school. Since the event is divided into 2 parts, hunting ferocious beasts and superpower duel, there will be 2 champions, that is, 2 champion rewards. Seeing Ji Fan's hesitation, Principal Fang Henghua said temptingly. What specific rewards are there? Ji Fan asked. Let me talk about the championship rewards for hunting ferocious beasts first. Each member of the champion team will be rewarded with 10,000 spirit stones, and the captain will be rewarded with an additional 5,000 spirit stones, which is 15,000 spirit stones. The rewards for the superpower duel are even more generous. Each member of the champion team can choose an SS level skill from the skill library of the 8 strongest schools. Principal Fang Henghua replied. Okay, I agree. Ji Fan agreed to the principal's invitation. It's a simple truth. I have no reason to refuse. Participating in the 8 schools Freshman League will definitely make me stronger. Hunting ferocious beasts also means gaining points, plus the additional reward of 15,000 spirit stones for the champion, it can be said that it kills 2 birds with 1 stone. The championship reward of the superpower showdown is also what he must strive for. SS level skills are an opportunity for him to extract spells. In the spell battle, you have a chance to draw various spells. If you accidentally draw one of Su Nuo's spells, you will be instantly invincible. You can kill everything with 1 move of space slash. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.